It all started with just a vote, a single choice in a sea of millions. And suddenly, people we loved vanished. Godparents to our children, lifelong friends, all gone with just a click, with a comment, with silence. That's when the seed was planted. Don't Unfriend Me wasn't just a name, it was a plea, a line in the sand, a refusal to let politics tear apart what humanity once held so sacred. We didn't set out to build a movement. We set out to tell the truth, even when it hurt. Long hours, lost sleep, more setbacks than anyone will ever see. There were days it felt like we were shouting into the void, but we kept showing up. Not for clicks, not for clout, but because this matters. We pushed through the doubt, the algorithm throttling, the shadow bans, the isolation, the nights we sat at the mic with empty inboxes and broken spirits. And still, we stayed. We persevered, because we knew there was something here worth fighting for. For years, thousands of hours, laughter, heartache, raw conversations with real people, and now, it all leads to this. One night, one room, one moment. We can agree, we can disagree. You can love me, or you can hate me. Just don't unfriend me. It all starts right now.
Do you want the truth? Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news. Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree, stop unfriend me. 'Cause I'm everything you want, damn sure what you need. I won't tell no lies, back up on the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's dog.
Also, along the same lines, right? We've got some great people out there that I just interviewed just yesterday, and there's a really dumb show out there. I mean, it's really dumb. No, really. The Don't Unfriend Me podcast is growing in popularity, and I caught up with the show's host, Matthew and Olivia Spear. Let's check it out.
Come on, man. Can you feel the pain? Into him now. About this new world. Ain't no track. Papa's got a brand new eye.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What's going on, everybody? Looks like we're 5x5 on all channels. Yay! Finally, Rumble is good to go. Whatever I wrote seemed to work, which is good. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Liv, we have a whole bunch of people coming. I didn't get to update Ryan Samuels. I was working on the 250 coin collection, but walk us through.
You can just update it after Friday.
Yeah, who's coming?
So Damani will be here on Friday. Ryan Weaver will be here next Wednesday. Dave Bondi, the 19th of June. Gary Brugman is a ex-Border Patrol who is pardoned by Trump. He will be here on the 26th. After that, we'll have Damani Felder again on the first Friday of July, which is July 4th or July 3rd. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But Tim Brown will be here on July 8th, who was a New York City firefighter who was in Tower 2 when it collapsed. After that, the following week, we will have Garrett Saldana from the Grassroots podcast.
Nice.
And then Lisa Regina and one of her producers, Ronnie Marmo, is going to be on. She's going to try to get Joe Montagna. We'll know closer to the event.
We need to do that. That would be awesome.
So she's going to try. She said she'd try.
And then we've got, it seems like a couple people have reached out. There's a U.S. State Attorney for Mike Huckabee, who worked with Mike Huckabee, was his attorney, reached out to us, and a couple of others have reached out. So as always, we're just doing what we can. Folks, please share across Twitter. Let's get that pushed and moving and going, and we certainly appreciate it. Last but not least, our show is supported by the Dumb Nation, which is you. We appreciate you. We're not calling you dumb. It's the Don't Unfriend Me show. That's why we say that. I've got to go fix these two windows. I didn't do it, so I'm doing it now on the fly. Olivia wasn't here last night, so
no, I was not.
In spirit.
Always in spirit.
But I'm fixing it right as we speak.
Yes.
Okay, so anything else? Anything new and exciting?
No.
We had that cool America picture that was sent. I think Jay McLaughlin sent it to us. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're working on right now. America 250th anniversary box comes with a brass latch, a distressed flag on the side. It is wood. And then it will come also with two gold, not real gold, of course, but, challenge coins, which are imprinted 1976 to 2026, Let Freedom Ring. And then the eagle emblazoned behind the flag, in front of the flag with a 250 years freedom. And it comes with commemorative sheet and also everything you basically see right here. Makes a great Father's Day gift. We're going to have it available. Looks like I talked to the vendor today, and it looks like we're green. Have a price that I like, which makes it affordable for you, but also helps us out too. So that is that. And
welcome to the Amber May Show that has just rated our stream on Rumble.
The Amber May Show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, so, yeah, it shows when people raid. So
thanks for raiding, Amber May.
I
don't even know what that means. Maybe we should do that more often.
We gotta figure that one out. I don't even know how that works.
I feel stupid. I feel stupid. Like we don't. Oh my gosh, she's got like 3.81K followers. She got more than us. Let's go see.
Like another political conservative. That's awesome.
Yeah, Amber May Show. She looks awesome.
Very cool.
Cool. We'll have to listen.
Well, welcome to Amber May's listeners. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, we'll have to watch some of her stuff. I've got her up in the window. Maybe if we have a little bit of time, we can pop on. All right. Well, Amber May, thanks for raiding us. I don't know what that means. We would do it if we knew what the hell it was.
Yeah, maybe somebody can help us.
Someone can tell us because it's not like we're old, but it's just Rumble. I guess it's when you bring your listeners into somebody's channel.
A raid is an audience dump into another stream. Is there anything specific we have to do, or just does the audience just say, "Hey, let's go to this stream," and all go at the same time?
We should do it.
We should totally do it.
We've
got a lot of good Rumble.
It's great. Listen,
watchers.
We do, and we have a lot of cool Rumble people. So the Amber May Show looks squared away.
I'll have to check it out.
Good graphic design, using AI in the right way. I just followed her, got her followed, and we'll show you all about her. All right. Anyway, let's move on. We got a lot to do. So Olivia's hair does look great, doesn't it? Doesn't it look great? All right. So we got a lot to do. Whole bunch to do. And yeah, let's get Amber May on too.
That's what I'm putting it on my list.
She wants to come onto the show.
I'm putting it on my list.
All right. So last night I wanted to do something, and I didn't have the chance to do it, which was to cover the largest tunnel from Mexico to the USA ever recorded. And I just started reading this, and it was insane. Just the detail on this. It is the most sophisticated tunnel, and because we actually have closed borders, and we're actually investing in securing the country, they're having to do new and exciting ways to get across. Now, tunnels are nothing new. The cartels have used them, but this is different. So this is the most sophisticated drug tunnel ever. As I said, 1,933 feet.
1,900. That's
a little under
a third of a mile. No.
Basically, it's
Yeah.
a little more than that.
Little
but
more.
yeah, so let's just say, 5,280 feet. So that would be, yeah, I mean, it's about a third, which is insane.
Yeah.
1.5 laps around a four Olympic track.
Yeah.
That's a long way. You guys remember that in gym when you used to do that? So this is some of the photographs. I did it again. I'm sorry, sweetie. I forgot to reset the panels last night. This is what happens when you're not on the show.
It's okay. I'm like half of your brain, so when I'm not here.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say, Liv. That's so accurate.
Totally
accurate. Anyway, so this is it. Massive drug tunnel fitted with lights, ventilation, electric sliding system has been found under the U.S.-Mexico border. Prosecutors say the underground passage allegedly linked a fake San Diego storefront to a property in Mexico used by drug traffickers. It's got ventilation and sliders. So, like you sit on a little coaster and it's channeled and,
Jeez.
and it zips you down there. And the rail system linked Tijuana to a fake San Diego storefront. Like I said, here's some of the photos. The tunnel ran between San Diego, California, Tijuana, Mexico, near the Otay Mesa port of entry. I actually know that entry. Subterranean passage stretched from Tijuana to the purported retail store near that Otay Mesa port of entry, known as Buy for Less, the DOJ said. Buy for less. So, folks, if you see a Buy for Less where you are, it just might be a drug tunnel from Mexico. We should check Virginia and see if there is one. Federal prosecutors said the tunnel was estimated, as we said, not only 2,000 feet long, but 55 feet deep and 4.5 feet high with reinforced walls, rail, and ventilation systems and electricity. Prosecutors claim the tunnel was used to smuggle more than $45 million worth of cocaína into Southern California.
Cocaína.
Mis establos.
The
The U.S. Homeland Security Investigations Tunnel Task Force had been watching the Buy for Less site since December 2025. Investigators said activity around the store did not look like a normal retail business. Agents reported seeing little customer foot traffic going on in the shop. They also allegedly saw a apparent worker moving empty-looking suitcases across the border into Tijuana by car and on foot. Now, this is right before the FIFA 2026 World Cup begins. Here's the tunnel. Here's a picture. Look at that.
That's insane.
Look at that. It's got beams and everything. It's got electrical. It's got air ventilation. Look at that. That's insanity.
I wonder if it was part of the Fast and the Furious thing.
I don't know, but
Obama.
Newsom still can't build that frickin' light rail, but they can build this. I mean, maybe you should hire these cartel workers to build the light rail. This looks a lot more effective. Officials said he then drove the van back to back with another vehicle as deep freezers filled with packages were moved between them. Large truck also pulled up during the alleged transfer, according to the Justice Department. At the same time, agents allegedly saw another truck being loaded with packages at the Buy for Less store. The truck was also stopped after leaving the parking lot. More than 2,269 pounds of cocaine were found across 3 vehicles, federal officials said. Investigators later searched the store and found the tunnel exit concealed under the floor of a storage room. Looks like there was a little bit of grass there too, some buds.
Looks like it.
What a waste. Yeah, a store. I mean, it just looks like every other store in America. Wow.
It's insane.
They seized cartridges, suspected methamphetamines, marijuana, cell phones, documents, Mexico's federal attorney general officials said. The property and evidence were seized and handed to the public prosecutor's office in Baja. 4 men were charged Monday in connection with the alleged tunnel. They were identified as Gregorio Epifanio Hernandez Lopez, 29 years old, of San Diego. Jose Jimenez, he's a great ball player. 32 years old, of San Diego. Antonio Cortez was 18, of Mexico. And Brandon Escalante Sandoval, 26 years old, of Mexico.
They finally found Hunter's stash. Good for
That's
them.
what I'm saying. All 4 were charged with distribution of controlled substance. Hernandez Lopez also faces charges of constructing, financing, or using unauthorized tunnels or importing controlled substances. Maximum sentencing
Good.
If convicted, which means 6 months, I'm sure, with good behavior in California.
Or just out on cashless bail and nothing at all, and then let them go across the border.
Yep, sounds good to me. Wow, maybe, geez, that's insanity. Can you believe that? That's kind of nuts. I mean, I've always known that they were going to do. They've done tunnels, but that's just
not that sophisticated.
Yeah, that's like whenever they should go work for Hamas. You know what I mean? They probably would have survived some of those attacks and the genocide in Israel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. We'll keep an eye on that, see if there's anything new. But if I was the U.S. government, I would consider checking some other locations.
Yeah.
I would go to the other buy for less stores and just see. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I wonder if it's a corporate chain or if it's just they just filed LLC and created the business.
I don't know.
Weird, crazy. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to read that to you because I was reading it today and I just thought it was really interesting. And that's what we do on this show is really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Moving on. Disgraced Vindman won't. Well, let me tell you what you'll see what he does in Florida. You guys remember Colonel Vindman? This is the one that went up against Trump and was a whistleblower supposedly and had no facts or anything else.
I don't, but
I was talking to them. It's okay, but he's a dork. He looks like a giant nerd, and he's puffy.
He's puffy. The marshmallow puffs.
He's a little puffy. Here is Vindman, and what he had to say in Florida.
As a Jewish American, do you have a problem with the main Senate Democrat?
And he's nipping in Florida. Now, listen, I suffer from this same. What do you call this? Is this a disease?
I have no idea.
Look it up. Let's look it up. What is it? What's it called when you have permanently hard nipples? Like, I never used to, but when I started lifting, like you can always. I don't think they're like this. You could cut diamonds with his, but you can see them. But that's what happens. You lift and then the capillaries and. But yeah, it's embarrassing sometimes. I feel like I need a Victoria's Secret bra or something like that. What's it called?
I don't want women.
No, in males. I know it's called the turkey's done in women. That's the technical term.
I don't know. Hang on.
All right. Well, here's Vindman, and you can listen to him while we find out what it is.
As a Jewish American, do you have a problem with the main Senate Democrat having a Nazi tattoo?
I think that these are questions that should be put before the electorate. I think he has to answer those questions. He has to answer those questions to the satisfaction of his electorate. I think those are the fundamental issues that are put before folks before they vote. But
Do you think he should drop out? No. Sir, do you think he should drop out?
we're good.
No comment?
I'm not sure what are you after exactly.
Well, I just want to know your thoughts as a Jewish American.
Yeah, I am a Jewish American.
Right. He has a Nazi tattoo. Does that bother you?
We're gonna take a photo.
Are you a Jewish American?
No, but you're running for Senate.
So what's your point?
Do you think he should drop out?
Are you here to stir something up? What are you after?
No, I just want to know.
He's asking you a question.
You sound like a disturber to me.
You seem very, very nervous.
You sound like a
Very, very nervous.
disturber
You're
to
on the
me.
spot trying to pick a fight.
I'm asking you a question, sir.
All right.
You don't think he's drop out?
Okay. He's not.
Stop bothering him.
We just want it nice and smooth. Listen, he can't concentrate on the Senate run if you ask him questions about his race for Senate.
Exactly.
Vindman doesn't stand a chance in hell. He's a weasel. He's a backstabber. He essentially traded his military service for the limelight. His ultimate goal repeatedly had said that he was going to get Trump, and made it his personal mission to do so. The guy had a hero complex because essentially he was a computer dork, and that's just it. I call it THO, titty hard on. Just get some pasties, Matt. No. Mine's not like Vindman. But did you find out what it's called?
It's not called anything.
You're not researching this properly. There is a
it could be several different. I mean, it didn't give me a clear thing. Several different things.
Gyno nipple tinnitus. Hold on, I'm gonna have to look. Men have hard nipples. What's the condition? I mean, seriously, it's not gynomastitis, gynomastia. No, but it's not that. Cold temperatures, friction, increased sensitivity, hormonal changes, certain medications or stimulants. It's going to be a lot of things. It's probably all that cocaine that I got from Buy for Less. You know what I mean? It's probably what it was. Figure it out. It doesn't matter. And it's not all the time. It's when the air conditioning's going. So I guess it's the same thing women have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to ask my vagina the next time I look it up.
Your
Y'all
vagina
took
might
a
have
dump
something to
over
say.
Hex's Jerusalem cross. I know. Isn't that crazy, Jeff? They flipped out over Hex's Jerusalem cross, but this guy's got a Nazi death camp tattoo, and it's okay. Go ahead and throw that in, babe.
I'm trying.
Okay, you're trying. Won't return money to constituents. Another thing I wanted to do last night, but we didn't get to it.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
Yeah, so this is interesting. So this is a city council, and they had a 4th of July event where they collected money from the constituents, and then they canceled it. Alexander Vindman, I think, Colonel Alexander, might be a light colonel. Colonel Alex Vindman, I think that's what it is, Alex Vindman. I know his last name. That's his middle name's Douche. Alex the Douche Vindman is my understanding. Moving on, here is won't return money to constituents. Olivia's going to get that put in any time. Just saying. Here it is.
MGL is very clear that when you make a donation to a town for a specific.
So this is a select board finance and board assessors, right? So they're recording this and constituents are watching. And in this letter, I happen to have a copy of the letter because we're efficient here at the Don't Unfriend Me show. Other people don't have this letter, but I do because I actually called the town of Rutland in the mayor's office and got a copy of the letter. So here it is. Yeah. Dear Rutland residents, thank you to everyone who has shared feedback and concern regarding the cancellation of this year's 4th of July fireworks parade and concert. We understand how much this tradition means to our community and how disappointing this news is for many families. Rutland's 4th of July celebration, you can put it in, Liv, is a cherished tradition. That's $17.76 from Robert Petrowski. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate $17.76. If you do not have the knowledge of how to, you can go to thedumbshow.com/donate, help donate to the show because we're funded by our viewers. That's it. We don't have the RNC or big money DNC or those Israel shekels. We will take them though. Let Netanyahu know if he's looking to throw some money, we'll take it. But we rely on our viewers. So thank you very much, Robert, for starting us off tonight. Although the 4th of July committee successfully raised the funds needed for the event, the celebration cannot take place without adequate public safety staffing. Police, fire, and EMS personnel are essential to ensure the safety of attendees, manage traffic, and maintain emergency response coverage through the town. Don't you think they probably should have went ahead and looked at what manpower they needed when they started raising money and what overtime they would have to pay emergency services before putting this thing up? Maybe I digress. This decision is based solely on public safety considerations. It is not related to funding availability or intended as a response to any community viewpoints. Why put that in there? While the main events will not take place this year, several longstanding traditions will continue, including the Junior Olympics, the road race, the pancake breakfast, volleyball tournament, and other community activities. No shuffleboard. These events remain an important part of celebrating the holiday together. The committee has indicated that funds raised will be preserved to support future celebrations with the goal of bringing the full 4th of July festivities back when it can be done safely and responsibly. Well, if you can't do things safely and responsibly, how are you going to use those funds in future events?
Anticipated, which means...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even anticipated events. I mean, so what you're saying is we're going to keep your money free of charge. We're not going to give it back to you for events that we can't possibly staff or protect you in. So
I think this whole thing is we don't agree with Trump.
All right, well, let's finish it. Let's read. Hold on. We can't do opinions yet. We can't do opinions until we finish it.
Got it.
We also want to address questions regarding... Sorry, I didn't mean to shut you down. I want to finish this. We also want to address questions regarding donations after consultation with town council. Oh, so they're dropping the lawyers. The town has determined that donations should not be refunded. Some of the funds have already been used for event-related expenses. What event? You're not having an event.
Okay.
And including printing, deposits, and fundraising costs. And all donations are held in a municipal gift account for the sole purpose of supporting Rutland's 4th of July celebrations that you're not having, minus the donut toss and the potato sack race. It's so pressing to have just indiscretionate amount of funds to fund these things. I'm almost done. I know you want to go off on this. Just give me a minute.
Let me finish reading this thing.
I can't read, and I'm severely dyslexic, so I don't know where you're at.
Because funds are pooled and expended collectively, it's not feasible to determine or return individual contributions. Instead, all remaining funds will be preserved to support the future 4th of July celebrations. We remain committed to working together to restore this important tradition. We appreciate the dedication of our volunteers, the generosity of donors, and continued support of our residents. Rutland Fire and Police Department, blah, 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 town of Rutland. All right, before we watch this video, go ahead.
They don't know that they're not going to have adequate staffing because it says anticipated staffing. I'm wondering if they've had any issues in the past with the 4th of July or other planned events that take donations to support it.
So you're taking,
or is it just this specific?
Are you defending them, or are you just saying?
No, I'm asking. I'm wondering.
I see what you're saying.
See, I'm wondering has this happened in the past?
Okay, well, let's listen to what they have to say.
It hasn't happened in the past. I'm thinking it's a whole political thing.
Got it. That makes sense. So they're doing it because of the 250.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen.
Specific purpose. That money is not a refundable thing because in many cases the money is not traceable, whether it was a cash donation or whatever. What is very clear is that when the money is given for a purpose, it will continue to be used for that purpose. And much as we have heard rightly from Karen Greenwood that they need to take a little bit of a break after putting on our smaller community events, I think pretty much, I would hope, all of us in this room are certainly expecting that the 4th of July is going to be back and better than ever. And we are so grateful. I'm speaking, I think you should speak to this, but so grateful for the years of support, whether it was somebody that gave $1.
Of course you're grateful because you promised something and you're not delivering it. It's like if we were going to do the Red Jacket Friday, which comes up on Friday, we're doing the Don't Unfriend Me Show jacket giveaway. We do it once a month, and for $25 you donate, and then you get to win a Columbia jacket. And we always keep our word. By the way, Liv, do you want to update everybody since you didn't tell them on when we ship these? Because people seem to have questions.
Okay. We always order the jackets the beginning of the following month. So it is going to take a month to get the jackets.
So that's how it works. So essentially, if say we do the first Friday, it's the 4th. We will order jackets on the next Jacket Friday. And the reason why we do that is for shipping discounts, and we can only buy a certain amount of jackets at a discounted price, so it's not completely ridiculous. It's still a ridiculous price, but and plus we have to ship it to us. So we will order those this Friday, probably Monday, and then they'll be sent to us within 4 or 5 days, and then you get them. So it takes about 30 days to get your jacket. But remember, it also takes a week of production time to sew the damn thing and all that other stuff. So that's why. So jacket winners, you're going to wait 30 days. But guess what? It costs you $25. You're getting your jacket. It just takes about a month to get it. Okay?
Yes. Also, the donation window didn't pop up. So Anonymous donated and said, to round out what Robert started, happy birthday, USA. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Robert. I apologize that window did not pop up. It will pop up from now on, and I may God have mercy on my soul. Here's the rest of the video.
Somewhere at somebody's, little can that they had out, or was a sponsor at a bigger level. In some years, I think not all of that money was necessarily expended. It was carried over to another year. It really depended every year on the amount of donations that they took in. All of that is public record. It is available to you. And I think maybe we just didn't phrase it right. It's not that we weren't, it's that we couldn't. Unlike a nonprofit, a municipality is a different being, and it needs to follow MGL. And I don't know that I explained that as well as Heather could, but I gave it a shot.
No, I think it's great. I think that the only thing that I would follow up and say that in very clear, that the very act of creating that refund is the violation of the MGL. So we can only accept the funds under the provision of the MGL that allows us to use them for that specific purpose.
Yep, I get a lawyer.
Yep, that sounds going to be sued for sure.
So apply it to take the money off your electric bill, take the money off your water bill. If there's any HOA fees that are tied to the city or county, go ahead and refund those. And a tax break. Give your people tax break. If you're not liquid rich, then give them a tax break. whatever you do, you give that money back to those people. You collected that money under false pretense.
To say it was for this specific celebration, and you're not having that. And you even said we have the funds to do the celebration, and you're choosing not to. So
yeah,
whoever filtered those funds out and took them for their own whatever you were gonna do, you got to pay him back. I would be freaking raising hell if I was one of those people.
I think you should look at that hair. God, that's sexy, hot. Look at that. Look at that thing. That mop it's moving. It's grooving.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that thing
you and E have very similar hair right now.
Like it is. Look at how long that is. I'm a man, folks. I don't comb my hair when I wear a hat. Here's the thing. If you're going to collect money from a 501c3, or you're going to have a retail store or a business, you have to take money, and the exchange of goods has to take place. The exchange of goods is people are buying something. Like if it's a t-shirt, they're buying the shirt. So your responsibility is to get the shirt there in the order that you promised. They'll use weights and measures, descriptions, photographs, whatever it is, needs to match the product. It needs to come in a timely manner, except for our jackets. And all that happens, right? And then when you're donating to a 501c, what you're buying is the goodwill of where your donation goes. If you're investing into a town parade or a 4th of July party or a fireworks show, I would imagine that this is going to be a lot of money. Fireworks show, the one that we do, it's $100,000 in Percival every single year, $150,000 every single year. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to raise money for that, that's a big chunk of change. I think those people should either do one of two things. Tremont, thanks for subscribing, is they should either sue them, or just to get over it is donate to a better place like the Don't Unfriend Me show. And you can go to thedumbshow.com/donate to do that. 30 minutes until the commercial. Al Green. You remember Al Green?
Yes. Of course I remember Al Green. Got the freaking cane. Trump. Yes, I remember him. Right. Very well.
This guy's like, Expecto Patronum. With his, I guess it'd be Draco.
Kind of reminds me of...
Took my house elf.
You know, if you put a top hat on him and the monocle on him.
Don't start whispering when you tell your jokes.
The top hat.
Get that confidence going.
And the monocle on him. He could totally be the Monopoly dude.
The black Monopoly dude?
Yeah,
he's black, Liv.
I know, but still.
So
Everyone,
would it be
diverse?
Blackopoly?
Yeah, it's the diverse, you know.
Would he be wearing a white tuxedo instead of a black one?
Yeah.
Interesting. You were just going off the cane, but you forgot he was black.
Yeah.
You forgot he was black.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's okay to be to be racist.
Unlike some people, I don't look at skin color.
Right.
I don't see
color.
I just look at your character. His character sucks.
Thanks for following on. Hey man, I love that. He follows on Facebook, and he's like, I followed you on YouTube too.
Thank you.
That means the world. That keeps our numbers up. If everyone did that, we'd be in a good spot. Numbers are a little low tonight. They're doing great over on Rumble, doing fine on X, but Facebook is just abysmal. You can tell it's getting to be summer. It's getting hot outside.
Well, it's also, even though our kids are still in school, this was the last week of school for a lot of school districts.
Oh, well, yeah. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Texas was out 2 weeks ago.
This happens during summer. 8 o'clock hour is sweet. Like, it's the extra daylight. People, I think they eat dinner a little bit later. They eat it outside. Once 8 o'clock hits, our numbers will shoot up to 150. Al Green tells Mullins to shut up. Now, let me explain something. Al Green he's cooked, right? He's done. He is not going to have a seat anymore. The Geico caveman is officially extinct. But he thinks he's tough. Now, I can tell you this. I don't know Mark Wayne Mullins. We're not friends. We have similar acquaintances, but in no way, shape, or form do I know him. But I also know that he is built like a brick house, and he would smash Green into a million pieces. And if anyone talked to me like this, like this whole show is based upon hearings that are taking place in the congressional chambers and on the Senate floor. We have like 10 different clips on this, but the way that these politicians are acting at this point, I love the way the Trump administration is pushing back on them. They're not taking any crap. Rubio is just cooking with gas. Here's Mullins, and he's not going to take it either. Listen to Al Green.
A racist, Mr. Secretary, would do what happened to Rubio.
Are you calling me a racist?
A racist.
So he said a racist would do. So he's talking about Mullins. These entire slides and poster boards are all to give a speech. Now it's a little quiet, and I apologize. The rest of them are all pretty good audio, but this one kind of sucks.
I'm asking a question.
Reclaiming my time, ask him to shut up.
This reclaiming my time shit, it
needs to stop.
I am so sick of this. It's based like, who in the do you guys think you are? You represent the constituents of this country. You have no authority over me. You are not the executive branch. You have no legal or criminal authority whatsoever to tell me what to do. Your subpoenas are voluntary. You do not have any criminal capabilities to convict me. You will use the Department of Justice to do that, but your subpoena powers that you have are an overreach. It's not a part of the original implied powers or enumerated powers or written powers of our branches of government. That is responsible through the enforcement of the executive branch, not the legislative branch. Your job is to write laws. Your job is to pass budget. Your job is to control funding. And yes, you are allowed to investigate and oversight administrations and other branches of government. Yes, that is absolutely true. But this whole thing where you just get to say something for 5 minutes so you get your TikTok sound bites and you get to roll over an American, this crap's got to stop. And, well, Mark Wayne certainly...
You know what it reminds me of is when I reclaim my time. Mom, she looked at me funny.
Right.
She hit me.
Right.
He's calling me a bad name, Mom.
Yep.
That's seriously. Sometimes it's like I'm back at work. Really.
Well, Mr.
It's
Green,
like watching a bunch of toddlers again.
It is watching a bunch of toddlers for sure. Al Green, you get the first wanker of the night.
Wank!
Mr. Mullins, go get him.
Up. It's my time.
I'm not going to let anybody call me a racist, Chairman.
I never called him a racist. It's my time.
It is, gentlemen. Will suspend.
He will not.
Suspend.
Tell him to shut up.
Gentlemen suspend. No, the gentleman will suspend.
Listen, the only thing we need is the rosy cheeks and the powdered wigs to make this mockery anything other than what it is. It's a complete farce.
Yes.
These people do nothing. What are you trying to accomplish? The only thing you're trying to accomplish is to get yourself donation dollars for your reelection. That's it. And this has been going on all over the place. Well, there's a 3-name nutter, of course, Representative Cam Lager Dove. Let me guess, she's black. I bet you $100 she's black. I haven't even seen the clip, and I promise you she's black. Cam Lager Dove. I bet her first name is Shaniqua. This 3-namer nut decides to go after Marco Rubio, and I've got 3 videos for you when it comes to Marco Rubio. And just listen to this.
Because you have said these things, you have shared these talking points before.
They're not talking points, they're the truth.
But it is hard to take your word for it when this is the most corrupt administration in American history.
Oh, she's black. And it had nothing to do with any racial. I don't know what she's wearing, by the way. It looks like she robbed a hobo. Remember when we used to dress up as hobos in school and it was okay to do that? And now they're they're non-docile owners of proprietary land and shelter people. But we used to dress as hobos, and then you would put the black makeup on your face and you get a cigar and you put holes in your clothes. That's what she looks like. But it's the name. Because only people with absolutely retarded names are black. I'm just letting you know. It's just the most ridiculous names I've ever seen. And if you don't believe me, who ask people who are not racist, Key and Peele, who do a wonderful job naming all the people in the NFL and colleges and the ridiculousness of their name. Go ahead.
I was sitting there looking. I'm like, gosh, she looks like somebody I've seen in a movie. And you know who she looks like in Clueless.
Well, did you want me to know? Did you want me to
Sure.
answer? Was this rhetorical?
Rhetorical.
Oh.
Rhetorical.
Fine.
It's rhetorical, Farley.
Okay, Woodcock.
Speak Portuguese and I don't even know the language. Sorry, sidetracked. The teacher in Clueless, I think it's the English teacher, whatever, that they try to do the makeover and set up with like the history teacher, the debate teacher. That's exactly
I was going to say she's
like.
a cross between Weird Al Yankovic and the Hanson brothers from Slapshot. That's what I was going to say. Here's the rest.
We're talking pardons for sale. We're talking about no bid contracts to those on Trump's family and friends plan. We're talking about a $1.8 billion slush fund. And
Where's her nose ring?
I think that's corruption. The American people think that's corruption.
How do you know? How do you know the American people think that's corruption? And what you think doesn't matter. It's what you can prove. See, this is the problem. And I've said it a million times, and it's not against women, but women politicians are useless as tits on the board. Somebody tell me a great woman politician. You can't say Margaret Thatcher, and you can't say Jean Fitzpatrick. Go. You guys used to say Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I told you were on drugs. You used to say Lauren Boebert, and I told you were on drugs. You used to say Nancy Mace, I told you were on drugs. Tell me. Name me a woman politician who is worth anything. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. My emotions tell me that I don't care what your emotions say. Give me, and this is what Rubio does, just cold hard facts. Just give me the evidence. It's there. Listen to this.
I want to know if you think that's corruption.
Okay. Number two, this goes right to the point of transparency. You're absolutely wrong about the way the money flows. It's pretty straightforward, and I'll share.
So I'm going to have to reclaim my time again because
the
question
kind of
about
process is this? They get to ask questions and you don't get to answer?
It's my time. The question
I don't know
about
about
corruption
you. When is it my
really
time?
important.
So why am I here if I don't get to answer your questions or your defamatory statements?
I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chair.
I want to reclaim. Do I get time? Because you make these defamatory statements and no one can talk here.
If you can't call out corruption in this country, then how can you call it out in another
Well, I can't say anything because you won't let me speak.
Question. It is about credibility and your credibility meter is on empty right now.
These guys just get to talk and I don't get to answer?
Who determines the barrels of oil that get sold? How many of them?
Just letting you know, when you say incredibility meter, that would actually be incredibility gauge if you're going to use the term running on empty.
Bless you.
See, a meter would rate overall amperage of a battery or volts remaining. Okay? A fuel gauge is what you would want to say. So instead of saying, you're cross-referencing your idioms. And if you would have went somewhere other than the evening school of Harlem and Queens Unified, you may understand this. Go ahead, sweetie.
It's seriously, if I was Rubio, I wouldn't even come to these. I would be like, okay, I'm done. I'm leaving. And I would just walk up and get up, walk out and say, I'm never coming back to one of these ever again.
Yeah.
You can all go. Because they are all so stupid.
Hold on a second. Marsha Blackburn. People are paying Sarah Huckabee. What do you consider a great politician? Please tell me what Marsha Blackburn has pushed forward that has been just life-changing legislation for you. Please tell me what Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I love them both. I think Sarah and Marsha are amazing women. I like them very, very much. But we're talking great politicians. They're not bad like the other politicians. That doesn't make them great, right? Let's raise the bar. Now, you may ask me, Matt, can you name politicians who are great, who are men? Yes, I can. And if you want, we can sit here for hours on end and I can tell you that. But we're struggling to find great female politicians. It's something to think about. And there's certainly none on the left.
Answer your question. I have an answer for your question.
Where is it going?
Oh, I get it. They have to
you.
use their time for me to answer your question.
The onus is on you to prove.
Yeah, a meter gives a unit of measure, but it's not called a fuel meter. It's called a fuel gauge. Just letting you know. You got to trust me on this.
That there is no corruption happening.
Mr. Sauce says Nancy. I'm going to play the video. We'll talk about this.
Your responsibility as the Secretary of State, and you know what? Normally we would have access to that data. That's the transparency.
You just don't know where to
But you're not showing us any receipt. Well, then show us. Do you commit? Do you commit to coming back here with whoever the person is who is monitoring the sales of the oil? Bring them before this committee. Show the receipts. Have the documentation. You don't have this time yet.
So this, if you guys don't understand argumentation and debate, if you know what this is called downspinning. You basically have no point, so you're going to continue to hit somebody and just espouse all the nonsense you can until they either mess up or they self-own or they get to a point of frustration. Well, Rubio ain't having it. Rubio is just literally going to continue to deflect everything you say by saying the following: no matter what you say, no matter how much you're a blowhard or you pontificate into the air or scream into the ether, you won't let me talk. So really, until we establish some ground rules of controlling your estrogen-laden bovine mooing, you're going to have to shut up for a second and do what is completely unnatural for you to do, which is to close your mouth and listen. He does everything but say just that.
I am talking about your credibility and evidence, not your talking points, because talking points are never a replacement for transparency
I agree,
and
but that's what you're
documentation.
saying. You're saying talking points without an answer.
We are 5 months into this and no audits. Zero visibility into the contracts that are awarded.
100%.
Unfortunately, Representative time has expired. Representative Salazar is recognized.
Yes. And giving contracts with no transparency is exactly the reason why you shut down USAID. So practice what you preach.
There it is.
Oh, she gets to scream now too?
Chairman,
down spinning.
her words. I'll give you some time. I'll give you some of my time. Then you just
okay.
Just
oh God, what kind of thing is
down spinning? It literally is. When people do it, you just let them cook. Just let them keep just because she's like USAID. It's like what? You're just randomly bringing up stuff and trying to make it stick. And that's not even in my department. I won't even know where to begin with that. Your thoughts on this chick?
Like all of them, they're all babies, and I just every single time one of these videos pops up and we have to watch it, I just brace myself to get yelled at, because that's all it is. It's just a bunch of children yelling nonsense and being complete idiots. Yeah. None of them make any sense. And this is on both sides too. I mean, even the Republicans.
Yeah, Republicans do
it to their opposition, and I've seen it, and they're just as bad as the Democrats.
Well, no, they're not just as bad, but they're pretty bad.
There's been a few times where I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously, you do not need to be Republican
but occasionally
anymore.
It's Republicans. It's always liberals.
Always
liberals always do it, because here's what happens at the end. And I got the video that they cut off. See, her page shows this, and it's just like, I stand for you, America. And it's like, no, you're wasting our taxpayer dollars. But here's the ending. And then I have Rubio's response after they cut it off. Listen to this.
What is this? You get asked questions for 5 minutes and you don't get time to answer. It's not a hearing.
I think you said clown
like
show
a dunk
before.
tank. What is this?
I don't have to tell you. I don't.
I've even used their time. How can I answer the question? They don't even give me time. I've had to use their time to answer your questions.
Yes.
All right, whatever.
All right, so I don't need to tell you that in my community, the city that...
Okay, I found a politician who may not be great, but is most assuredly hot. Representative Salazar for the win.
Now, if only we could get Representative Luna and Representative Salazar together.
Oh, God, that would be a Mexican toddy that I would definitely get involved in. She already has a pearl necklace. Half the work's done.
Horrible.
She's kind of smoking hot. I'm just saying, she might be batshit crazy. I don't know, but she's smoking.
I represent the city of Miami. You're one of the most...
And I am completely aware that my Mexican Latina queen is right here. I get it. I was just hoping for some...
I'm the one who brought it up.
Like Tres Amigos. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the one who brought it up. So.
Yeah, like we could do a reenactment of the Three Amigos or something, but it'll be the Amigras.
You know what would make these more fun? Is if you drew like little devil horns and faces on them. So
I'm going to leave her alone.
Well,
she looks like Natalie Portman
and Jennifer Lopez right now.
At 50. Yeah, J-Lo and Natalie Portman
totally
at 50.
J-Lo.
She's smoking hot. I don't care if she's a liberal or not. She dresses very nice, and she's super pretty.
Yeah, we just need to draw little faces on them just to make it easier to stomach.
She's got to be a Republican. There's no liberal dresses like she's too good looking for a liberal. She's a conservative. I will put my entire donations on it tonight. She is a Republican.
Which isn't much, only $38, so it's not much to put on it. So
thanks a lot, Liv. That's not funny. Here it is.
Illustrious representatives, and that we're very proud of you, not only the Cuban Americans, but the Hispanic Americans in my
Why is she
community.
leaving? I'm going to answer her questions.
Aha. Well, I got the rest of this video, and I was like, wait a second. She's leaving? Let's see if Rubio actually... So I went digging. And, dude, you know how many hours of C-SPAN I had to go through to find this sugar muffin? Here it is. She's a conservative. There we go. See? Yep. There we go. All right. We should get her on the show, and I'll just giggle.
I'll make sure you have a cloth to wipe the drool.
It's not the drool I'm worried about. Hi, Representative Salazar. How do you say milk in...
Leche.
Leche? Leche. Mama. Madre. Okay. Anyway, here's Rubio, and after she leaves. Watch this.
Has Somali immigration been good for Ohio?
A racist.
Oh, come on.
Mr. Secretary.
I've got it. Don't worry. It's here. I just it was busy.
Are you calling me racist?
No, that's not it. Maybe it is. Hold on. Nope, that's the other one. Hold on. It's here. I know I downloaded it. I better download it. I looked for it for like a year and a half. Aha. Here it is. See, I told you I got it. Welcome to production. See, I'll even center it because anal retentive. Here we go.
Americans in
Why is she leaving? I'm going to answer her questions.
I will.
Oh, okay, I got it. Well, thank you for coming.
All right, so we're going to talk about. I just want to.
Unfortunately, Representative's time has expired.
Going.
Representative Salazar is recognized.
Yes. And giving contracts with no transparency is
borrow your
exactly
time
the
to
reason
answer?
why you shut down USAID.
There it is. So she leaves. She doesn't care about that. She got her sound like she's going to go to her video producer and cut TikTok video to get up and get her likes. That's what this is all about. This is what they do. This is all they do. They're worthless. These people are wasting your time. They are literally playing games. Completely playing games. They're not good at anything. They're horrible. These people aren't qualified to be legislators because they don't do any legislating. The only thing that they do is hold fake trials and go up there and do busy work. They do things that don't help anybody. How's any American being helped by this? In any way, shape, or form.
They're not.
So Gil had some things to say also today, which I found interesting. Listen to this.
Has Somali immigration been good for Ohio?
Has Somali immigration been good for Ohio? Now, I want you to listen to this because this person is an apologist. And I want you to listen to Miss Antonio, how she changes the entire conversation and uses emotion to not answer the question. I mean, it's almost like this is a consistent thing.
Does she talk about bananas and rice?
No, she doesn't talk about bananas and rice. She talks about how she was ready to cry. And of course, everyone at that point is supposed to just give their boo-hoos and let her off the hook.
Democrats piss me off.
Me too, Cartman.
Yes.
You know, that's really...
And for those of you on headphones, I apologize. This is on mono, and I have no idea why this is on mono. Whoever cut this video, cut out the right channel. You're an idiot, and I didn't catch it, so I guess I'm an idiot too. Here it is. Gil is amazing. I love him. Here is the Honorable Antonio, who won't answer the question and stalls like she is 1933 Russia.
outside of my purview of
You're a state senator. Would you like to see more immigration from Somalia?
As far as I'm processing your question, and I
Littering and smoking the reefer.
You know, You know what that reminded me of? When
Super
Hayden,
Troopers?
No, when Hayden was about 2.5, she used to pretend to read me stories. She was reading me a princess story, and I had a video of it.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then the princess did this, and then that's totally what me reminded me of.
Yeah, exactly.
Adorable video, not her though.
Yeah.
That I was almost brought to tears just now.
72%
because
of
the
Somali immigrants are on
the
on
rate
welfare.
and the level of hateful rhetoric based
You're
on
defrauding your
false
state at an
information
astounding rate, and I think that most Ohioans
is
would have a
shocking
problem
to me.
with that.
The lack of even humanity to
I
group
think it's
a group of
inhumane to allow
people
your own
together.
state to be
Why don't you say you're on your period and you got to go to the bathroom real quick? That worked in high school. See if it works.
I am
Frauded at
shocked.
astounding
I
rates.
am shocked
Billions
and
of dollars
appalled by the
taken out of the
behavior
pockets
here
of
right
working
now.
class people
I am
going to
shocked.
criminal fraud shots. I
Tears.
certainly
In
have a
every
major problem with
every
that.
community.
I'm sick and tired. Brandon Gill. Just
She's taken a page out of Talib Rashid's book.
Yeah. It's
I was scared for my life, and I wasn't even at the Capitol that day.
that was AOC, honey.
But still,
That's okay. It's all the same thing. Rashid
the same
Tlaib,
thing.
AOC.
It's the squad, whatever. They're one
Yeah.
brain. I think they've got about 3 brain cells between all of them, so it works.
Yeah, we should do kill, screw, or marry. And we should do Rashid Tlaib, AOC, and Nancy Pelosi.
Well, screw's definitely AOC.
And then hold on, and for you,
it's totally
wasn't for you. I was going to do Cory Booker, Ralph Nader, and Jamie Raskin. Do you know who those people are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Do you know who Raskin is? He's cancer
It's Cancer Boy.
Cancer Boy. Cory Booker, Spartacus, and Ralph Nader is like the fat penguin.
What are the options?
Do you know Nader?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got them all in your head.
Okay.
Kill, screw, marry.
Kill would be Nader.
Kill Nader. Yeah, I would too.
Screw would be Booker because at least he's somewhat good looking.
He'd probably satisfy because he's black, which means he's well endowed.
And then
so racist.
And
It's
then
not
Raskins
racist.
would be married because you don't have to actually like your spouse and have sex.
Well, he's
with
going to
them,
die
so.
of cancer before really.
And I'll get his life. I'll get his insurance policy. So I'm cool.
Up high.
I'm good.
Up high. Okay.
I'm good.
All
right. You. What was okay? What Nancy Pelosi?
AOC, and Rashid Tlaib.
Okay.
Okay, I would kill Rashid Tlaib.
In a heartbeat. I know you.
And then I would do it again.
And again.
And then I would
And again. And again.
I would do
and
horrible things to her corpse. I would I would set it on fire. I would desecrate it. I'd put her with a pig. I'd make her eat bacon before she died. I would do something like Seven and just force feed her bacon for a year and keep resuscitating her type stuff. Screw. Oh. You know what? Assuming that if I marry AOC, I'd be able to screw her all the time, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to screw Nancy Pelosi. I'm going to hit those fun bags and I'm going to take those teeth out. And I'm
I was going to say, make sure you take the teeth out.
I'm going to
so
give
she
Grandma
can't bite.
I'm going to give Gummy a good time. She's like, oh, I'm going to take care of Nancy Pelosi. Those fun bags are built for speed. And then I'm going to marry AOC because I could just put her on mute, There it is. There's the answer.
Put her on mute.
So you wonder why big networks don't pick us up. Just was wondering.
Just wondering.
Folks, commercial time. We have to. You made me do it. Here it is.
Wait. Amber, thank you very much. She complimented our studio. Says it looks awesome. She's in chat right now. Amber May.
Oh, well, Amber May. Here.
I gave her my email address and told her to email me so we can
See,
talk
here's the full studio, Amber May.
about getting on the show.
The full studio. Yeah. All built, our hands. Yep. It's cool. We appreciate you. Thank you. It's good to have you here. We're going to do the donation video. This is something we just did last weekend. And
Sorry.
What are you?
Mr. Sauce, get you some yum yum gum gum.
Yum yum gum gum dum dum. Dude, I don't care what people say about Nancy Pelosi. Like, if you got,
she was a looker when she was younger.
If you got to hit a grandma, why not? You know what I'm saying? And you can get a lot of anger out on Nancy Pelosi. You could just be like, "Wow, you're such a bad grandma." She'll be like, "Spank me, okay?"
With a hammer?
God, I'd give her the hammer.
Oh, goodness.
Just saying. People are saying, "Ooh, no." I'm just whatever. All right, let's rock and roll. Donation video. We got to do it, folks. We got to make money. We can't afford $38. You guys, Our internet. Yeah, that doesn't even cover our streaming costs. Here we go. Rock and roll.
What the hell is that? It's a boy on a broom? Well, don't open the window. Bloody hell!
Muggles, I'm sorry for using magic outside of Hogwarts, but I'm in dire need. Have any of you Muggles seen my golden ball?
Did you just say he's looking for his gold balls? I think he said golden ball.
Right you are. You two are very bright witches.
You really are the brightest witch of your age.
Did he just call us bitch? It's a Harry Potter movie. You have to keep it PG-13.
You know my name? I am Harry Potter. That means you know where it is.
No, we haven't seen it.
Well, you can buy a new one at the Dumb Show. You get 10% off for using code DUMB10.
Bloody brilliant! 10 points to Gryffindor.
Did he just call us Griffin whores?
If you want to take part in more adventures, you too can donate to The Dumb Show. You can go to thedumbshow.com/donate. We take PayPal, Venmo, credit card, and you can even send us an owl at P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142. Please make sure to leave your name and a message, and we will share it on the next show. Live weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, oh, them Dumbledore sent you too.
Okay, seriously? What's a fumblesaur?
Yes, the creativity of the Don't Unfriend Me show and our kids. Amber May says, I think they probably won the best studio in Rumble. Isn't it funny, though, that we can't get over 2,000 follows?
We've been stuck at 1.99 for like 3 years.
3 years.
Can't get over the 2,000.
Yeah, 412,000 on Facebook. I think 40,000 on Instagram. I think we're almost 20,000 on YouTube. X is like 6 or something. Threads were a few thousand, but we can't grow on Rumble. Nothing we can do. There's nothing.
We have tried.
Like Olivia has literally tried to create an OnlyFans account and link it to Rumble, and that doesn't work either, which is shocking. Anyway, folks, so if you want to take pity on us, you can go to thedumbshow.com/donate. It doesn't matter. $1, $5, $10. Listen, there's people who've donated $10,000 to the show. We appreciate you. It keeps the lights on. This studio is paid for by the Don't Unfriend Me Nation. No corporate sponsors. It's all paid by our viewers. We built this. We started in a room, and we may not have the most viewers, but we have the most loyal viewers, and they keep us going, and we appreciate you. So there's your video. I did it, and I will not talk about anything else other than that. Yes, I said I would sleep with Nancy Pelosi so I could marry AOC. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? You're not going to marry Nancy Pelosi and just sleep with AOC.
She's going to kick the bucket soon. She's worth how many millions of dollars? Get the money.
I'd rather have sex with AOC.
Dude, then have sex with AOC and marry Nancy Pelosi.
But it's only a one thing. You only get to do it once. And I guarantee
Dude,
I'd
she
want
would
to do
talk.
it. Shh, it's okay. That's what pillows are for. That's what gag balls are for. I'd put her in a locker.
Do you want to gag me?
Kind of now.
Hi. Hi.
Scott Bissett drops nukes on Representative Wyden. Now, this is just going, folks. The conservatives are not playing around anymore. Here's Scott Bissett. This is so classic. Guy tries to get Scott Bissett, so Scott says, all right, well, let's talk about Epstein and your son, and just crushes Wyden. Listen to this.
Let's be clear here. Nobody is interested in the ramblings of a capo in the most corrupt regime in American history. We want to get some facts about this deal. That's what we're here for. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and I will ask my questions first today.
And we would like to hear what Adam Wyden and Jeffrey Epstein talked about. Your son's largest investment position was Rick's Cabaret. So did your son and Jeffrey Epstein talk about pole dancing as he begged him for money using your limited credibility?
Oh.
Bummer.
Proceed with my questions. And
so his son invests in a strip joint and then begged for money for Epstein. And he has, see, this is the thing. This administration has all the goodies. They have all the files. They have your tax records. They know what you spend your money on. They know all your deepest, darkest secrets. If you don't think that in a cabinet meeting, they're like, hey, I'm going on the Hill and I expect to get hit by A, B, and C, and then the FBI and the CIA don't go, oh, well, here's some things that you can throw back at them, because some of this shit is privy information. That's one of them. That's correct. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
As far as sleeping with the AOC, listen, I don't want your judgment. I don't need it. I've told you that she's attractive as hell. She's dumb as dog shit though, and every time she opens her mouth, she ruins it. And that's, like I said, that's where gag balls are for. Sonny Hostin says, just plug your nose and vote for a Nazi.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she said that. Well, she didn't say it as blunt as I did, but she said, you need to vote for Graham Plattner because, well, what else are you going to do? I can't make this shit up. Here it is.
Yet 50% of America saw all of that and looked the other way and said, I'm going to vote for him anyway. And that is really disheartening, because for me, that means that you are selfish. That tells me that they will look.
Is she literally turning into Barbara Walters before our eyes? She's whiter and her hair is, I mean, it's like she's.
I didn't even realize that was Sonny Hostin.
That's Sonny Hostin. She's not an ugly person, but she's getting whiter by the minute.
It's Michael Jackson incarnate.
Oh, Greg Blanton said that he lives in the town he lives in, does the Blanton whiskey that we have behind.
Cool.
I'm getting drawn in by the Buffalo Trace bourbon, and daytime the view is slammed. Yeah, well, we like our bourbon here in Virginia. We're Texas people.
The other way to that kind of behavior, and that I think is despicable. It is un-American. Democrats have to.
Now, that was in 2020, but she's still like, there was at a point where she was like I thought she was going to fully transition, but she seems to be going back to her roots a little bit, because people started making fun of her back in 2022. They're like, literally, you're just going to transition into Mrs. Partridge from the Partridge Family. Now she's back. But this, I want you to listen. That's in 2020, and listen to these hypocrites. Listen to who they are. 6 years later, now she tells you to do this.
Take over the Senate. They have to take over the House. And if it takes getting behind someone like Plattner, which 51% of voters in Maine say that they will get behind him, as opposed to 42%. If I lived in Maine, I would hold my nose and I would pull that lever and I would vote for him. That's vehemently.
So,
okay.
Sonny Hostin told you to vote for a Nazi and hold your nose when you do it.
I guess you have to pretty much like sell your soul to be on The View anyway. So I guess she's already doomed.
I mean, how stupid can you possibly be? I mean, can't you just say that, listen, just stay home. Neither candidate is good. But they want to win so bad that they just don't realize the videos that I have for the next hour are going to show you the decimation of the Democrat Party. They're cooked. I don't know if people watch California, but what did I tell you in California? There was going to be a referendum on Bass. Well, there was. And here's the problem. The youth vote, it's going to save us in 2026 and it's going to save us in 2028. The youth are becoming conservative. The youth are going to church. The youth are repudiating Democrats. They're getting out of high school and they're saying, that noise. I just listened to 12 years of indoctrination, how I'm evil and I'm white. I am rejecting the woke ideology, and they're voting and they're coming out and they're telling Democrats, we're sick of your crap. It's having the reverse effect. The Overton window is slamming on Democrats, and they created it. You should throw that in real quick before you say something. Then call it out.
Yes. Anonymous donated 2110. Love y'all. Thank you so much. We love you too. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You know how most kids, when they grow up, they disagree with their parents. They're like, I'm not going to be like my parents. And as soon as they get out of the house, go to college, they completely do the opposite of what they were taught growing up because they want to.
Or
right?
they do that during the rebellious phase.
Or they do it during the rebellious phase, right?
Yeah.
maybe the Democrat Party should have just stayed with college, because that's when they're going to go against their parents. They're going against their parents in the school of what they've been taught to do. And they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. They're having common sense. It's don't do it. They think it's going to work. But these kids, I mean, what's the first thing you do when you leave the house? You do something your parents told you couldn't do.
Yeah, well,
just because I'm going to freaking eat ice cream for dinner and not eat my vegetables, right. and whatever. But
well, that has been our methodology. If you hide it from kids, they'll make bad choices. If you show them with moderation and some discipline, they'll make the right choice. That's why we exposed them to firearms and said, this is like a screwdriver. They don't run around and try to stab each other with screwdrivers, and they don't pick up our firearms and start shooting each other, because they know it's a tool and it's not to be used that way. But this is something bigger than this. This is like the reason I left the retail world. The reason I left Apple and Comcast was because of the woke ideology. Now, I was also let go, but I had checked out long after that. And Apple was my choice. Comcast wasn't my choice. But I was made an example of very, very easily because of, it's a long story, but it's woke ideology. And I completely will never go back to retail. I will never work for, now I could go and be a vice president pretty much at any company I want to go right now. Mm-hmm. I would never do it in a million years. I don't care how bad it gets, because I will never subvert myself to that type of crap ever again. It just won't happen. And these kids are the same way. They're getting out of school and they're saying, no, we don't care about the 1619 Project. We don't care about Juneteenth. We don't care about gays and lesbians and transgenders. We're sick of this shit. We're white, and you're telling us we're sexist and racist and homophobic and xenophobic, and we've got to go ahead and pay reparations and hate our masculinity. And they're saying, no, we don't. And we're going to vote you people out. You've created the opposite. The American spirit is resisting you like a cancer.
Your own worst nightmare.
You guys are a virus. You are a violator. You are foreign to the American way and Western civilization, and it is ingrained in us, and you're not going to get rid of it. You're not going to, because your power is not that strong. You have a very small majority of minds that makes a minority of people. And yes, you have a lot of woke sons of bitches on this planet, and there's about 10 million of them, but that's nothing compared to where the country is. And in the end, when we pull that lever, they don't vote with your shit. They don't want your shit. This is why Trump got back in. They tried it with Biden. They did. They're like, he's 47 years, he's harmless, just put him in. They got to him too. Biden went so far left, he looked like a commie at the end of it. They don't have anything, and I'm going to continue to show you that. Folks, you know what? I'm not going to mention it. You know where we're at. I'm not even going to mention it. I'm going to move on. I don't have time for it. Why do they hate us? So let's break this down. Why do Democrats, they're starting to ask questions. They're starting to take acting classes to be more relatable. Look at Talarico. He's starting to eat meat, and now he's starting to talk about sports teams. I mean, this guy literally is Leave It to Beaver. And without the morals and ethics, the guy repudiates God. He wants long-term abortions. He's a horrible human being. He is a socialist beyond socialist. It makes Beto O'Rourke look stand up and Mexican. But why are they starting to ask these questions? Well, because they see the numbers. They know that Donald Trump, out of 149 people he has supported, he is 149-0. He has not lost. MAGA is not dead. MAGA is absolutely in fuego. They learned from Virginia. No matter what you think about Iran, no matter what you think about what he's doing with H-1Bs, people support President Trump. Here is what is wrong with Democrats, and it's actually Democrats saying it.
Polls show Democrats aren't doing that well.
We got the voters right where we want them.
Why do you think people feel so negatively about the Democratic Party?
Because we earned their disrespect the hard way. Look, when your back's against the wall, you can't make a mortgage payment. You can't go to a doctor's visit because you can't afford it, or you're stealing money out of your 401k that you know is for your retirement, but you're doing it to pay your bills today. You expect the Democratic Party to show up. Two things. We told you, oh, things are great. You just don't know it yet. And B, we're running around, close schools for 2 years when you didn't have to. And then when we open them, we blow open the bathroom door in the locker room and we didn't actually worry about the classroom. We earned their anger because when they're holding on to that windowsill with everything they got, they're digging their nails into the concrete on the windowsill or the wood. They want us to help them. And we either told them they were wrong or B, we got ourselves wrapped around what I call a cultural cul-de-sac and kept going around in a circle talking to ourselves. This isn't that hard. Now, I want to be, in 2016, I was mayor. I signed a bill a decade ago on bathroom access. Never took my eye off of graduation rates, reading scores, or math scores. I did it. It's acceptance. But we went as a party from acceptance to advocacy. That's not our role.
You mean on trans rights?
On trans issues. So my thing is when you say, well, how did we get here? We worked really hard at it. We did things that were really ridiculous. We let a border get out of control. When it came to public safety, we talked about defunding the police. When it came to an ethnic group, we called them Latinx, and nobody else in that group ever identified themselves that way. And then rather than worry about classroom excellence, we were worried about bathroom and locker room access. So they were angry. And look at all the polling that's out there. Look at all the focus groups out there. Democrats tell you, stop talking about these cultural issues, conveying that these are priority issues when we should be talking about raising the minimum wage, expanding healthcare opportunities in healthcare and cost control, making sure people have money.
Sure, he's a Democrat. Sure, he's obviously vying for a higher status, and he's trying to go ahead and shift. You can't shift this party to the center. They are so far past center, they would have to go all the way around and go through the right. Mm-hmm. They would have to become conservatives to demonstrate and move back towards the center. You can't do it from your position. They can't go. Why? Because they took every 20 issue out of the 80 and they took the bad position on everything. They took it on abortion, late-term abortions. They took it on immigration. They took it on fentanyl use. They took it on gun confiscation. Trans issues, bathrooms. They took it on COVID. They took it on parents. They took it on oil and drilling. They took it on leasing. They took it on over-regulating businesses. They took it on investing into trout farms versus highways and infrastructure. They did it on oil production. They did it on Green New Deal and energy. They did don't you guys remember the infrastructure bill? Yeah, it was an infrastructure. It was literally how to screw over people by giving out PPP loans and COVID money to everybody. This is insanity. They always take the 20. Name one issue that Democrats can run on in 2026 or 2028 other than I hate Trump.
They can't. And honestly, this is going to be the last year they can do the I hate Trump, because in 2028, he's gone.
No, they'll still run on it. Because what they're going to do is they're going to try to tie everyone to Trump. Listen, I've been pretty good at predicting what's going to happen with politics. They are going to tie everyone to Trump. Oh, well, did you support Trump? Demonstrate how. Did you support the J6 committee? Did you support his impeachment? Oh, you didn't? So you're a Trump acolyte, huh? That's all they're going to do. They're going to tie Trump to the Republican Party for the next 20 years. They don't have anything else. They are going to say, I promise you, in 2028, whoever runs, Trump 2.0. That's what they're going to do. They are going to take the Saul Alinsky playbook. They are never going to let go of this dog because it's all they got, or this bone, it's all they got. It's all they have. I hate Trump. So Trump will be the swan song for this party. They will die on this hill. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Trump will be tied to every presidential candidate for the next 16 years and down ballot candidate. It's not just going to be president. You saw this in the California debates. You saw this in the Texas debates. It was all Trump. That's all they had. What policies? Trump. What are we going to do about immigration? Trump. What are we going to do about Medicare? Trump. What are we going to do about overspending? Trump. It was all Trump. Why do you think Steve Hilton and Pratt are doing so well in California?
They're not mentioning Trump.
That's right. No, they are. They're defending President Trump. They're defending President Trump and saying there is a greener pasture. There is a shining hill. And that will get you out of this hellhole, this hellscape in California, where taxation is literally destroying your lives. You folks, everyone in California, even the middle class should be the richest in America. You should all be Loudoun County, Virginia, but you're not, because you're overregulated, you're burdened, you're taxed, you're penalized for who you are. You have to take care of things that aren't about America, aren't about you. You never will have new roadways and bridges. Why? Because we're giving out freaking transition surgeries to convicts and illegal immigrants in healthcare, and giving them housing, and spending $25 billion on homelessness.
That's doing absolutely nothing.
Well, it got 4% reduction. Ooh. So anyway, folks, donations. I'm putting up the clock. I got to.
Yes.
I mean, it's 45 minutes. So no, I'm not. I'm going to do it. I'm going to wait. So let's take a look. Are my numbers correct? I don't know. Let's look at Dems disapproval. Here
Okay, how upset are they in Congress, right? So you see this 46% who are satisfied with the party, the majority who are dissatisfied with the party. Again, this 46% lower than they were satisfied with Biden as the nominee after the worst debate performance of all time. And you can just see it right here. I mean, Democrats' net approval of congressional Democrats. Look at this. In October of 2025, right, during that shutdown, that first shutdown, plus 22 points on the net approval rating. So Democrats, okay, fairly satisfied with Democrats in Congress. Today, though, look at that. That is an over 30-point drop, a decline right into the ocean right there, minus 9 points. And I will note, it had never been negative. Democrats had always had a positive net approval rating of their own party in Congress, in every Congress before this one. But now what we're seeing is consistent numbers across.
Here's the truest statement that I can possibly say. Who does America hate more than Donald Trump? Democrats. Hence why he's winning. Hence why he's elected. Hence why he literally had 98 felonies, was indicted, impeached twice, sued for $9 million, then turned into $99 million. He was a confidential top secret SCI classified folder stealer. He refused the NARA request and refused their subpoena and their warrant. He's a Russian collusion. He got peed on by prostitutes. He cheated on his wives. He's the devil. He's Satan. He's Russian collusion. He's a dirty dossier. He overvaluated his properties as a businessman. Oh, no. Whatever will we do? Nothing. That's what we'll do. We'll do nothing. We'll just put him back in office. Why? Because you tried to assassinate him twice, 3 times now. You guys believe that women are no longer women. We're the founders of feminism and now repudiate it by saying that a woman is simply lipstick and a wig. You have devalued, you have redefined what a woman is. You have, instead of emasculating, you defeminized women. You trivialized them. You made them as insignificant as rugs. Because in the end, if this one doesn't work, I'll just go find a man, put lipstick on him and a wig, and then they can get pregnant and have a child, even though that is complete ludicrous and insanity. You want to kill babies. You've killed 69 million of them, and that's not enough. Now you want to go ahead and get them right into the last term. You don't want to take away guns. You want to ban semi-automatics, which is 92% of all the guns. You want to leave us blunderbusses, single-shot bolt actions, and revolvers. Whoops. Those are semi-automatic too. Every time you pull the trigger, it goes bang. No more revolvers. No more Glocks. No more semi-automatic anything. Literally takes away all. You get a blunderbuss, you get a shotgun, or a bolt action. That's what you get. And I'm sorry, but if somebody comes in with an AR and I have a shotgun, I'm going to lose. I don't care how effective I am. Unless I'm in a CQB situation. But that doesn't matter. The point is that Democrats are insane, and America knows it. They're idiots. These people just stick their fingers in their ears and just walk between the rainbow-colored drops. You can be whatever you want. They're indiscernible. There are no facts. Everything is subjective. There is no truth. There is no morality. They're nihilists.
They need safe spaces.
They need safe spaces. And, oh, God, I'm so sick of it.
Where Democrats are underwater, congressional Democrats are underwater with their own party. And that's why I think these primaries are going to be so interesting, because they're going to tell us, okay, which way do Democrats want their party to go?
But
How
that's the
upset are
question. Are there signs of that this reflects we want you to be more left or more center or more right?
Yeah, this is the big problem, which is Democrats aren't sure what direction they want their party to go. Democrats want their party to move left. 28%. Not move at all. 18%. Move center. 47%. This is a party divided where they're not actually giving a clear message of where they want their party to go. The one thing I will say is 61% of all voters want their party to move to the center. So if all of a sudden Democrats are actually going to move to the left, which is not what their party wants, that will actually upset the rest of the electorate. The only thing that really unites Democrats right now is they are very upset with Donald Trump. And I think the candidates who are able to actually capture that, that's the candidates who are going to.
So unless you do the one thing that's needed, which is talk about solutions and policy and explain to your people what the hell your party platform is, because, folks, they have no idea what you stand for. Liv, what do conservatives stand for? Give me just some basic things. Basic things. Just give me one.
Second Amendment.
Second Amendment. What else?
Free speech.
What else?
Parents' rights.
What else?
Big
government or little government?
Little government.
Little government.
Little taxes.
Little taxes. Faith, religion, family, core values, right?
No abort, pro-life.
Okay. Nationalism,
Mhm.
but also to ensure that we use our military for defense, and that is getting involved in situations that we don't necessarily want to be the world's police, but we do want to have preventive maintenance, right?
Closed borders, legal.
Okay, great.
Immigration.
Okay, now what do the Democrats stand for? Go.
Killing babies. Letting boys in girls' locker rooms and girls in boys' locker rooms, and letting boys compete in girls' sports. Letting drag queens do story hours in preschools.
Chemical castration.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Transitioning
Hydrogenitalia
kids.
with transgender bathing suits.
Turning kids against their parents and telling kids it's okay to do stuff without parents' approval and then hiding it.
64 genders?
Yep, 64 genders.
Telling them that if they don't transition, they'll commit suicide?
Also, taking away parents' rights if parents don't agree with transitioning their kids.
Removing God from every way of life. Letting them know that they're phobic in every way possible. Transphobic, homophobic, xenophobic, racist, sexist, Nazis. Their white fragility.
They believe in everything but traditional marriage.
Giving them pornographic books of 31-year-old Mexican illegal gardeners sucking off a 6-year-old boy.
Yep. Open borders.
Yep.
Immigration, no matter what. Supporting illegal aliens over their own people. And
male menstruation.
Yeah, tampons
but
in boys'
But here's the
bathrooms.
problem. All of those things are antithetical to our country, antithetical to God, antithetical to conservative values. They want big government. They want control. They are moving towards progressivism, progressive DAs. They have absolutely no moral code or no respect for the law. They believe that equity is based upon gender or sexual disposition and not merit. Folks, they're like every one of those positions. It sounds good on X and Twitter. People are like, absolutely, 64 genders. But if you sit down with every American and say, how many genders are there? 2. 95% of the people in the United States will tell you 2. And there is a very, very small who won't.
Yes.
That's it, folks. That's the difference. That's why. So you guys might win a shot in the dark. You might have a charismatic son of a bitch win the presidency. But in the end, America is pushing. And California, you guys are worried about Texas, thinking Texas is going to go blue. Yeah, you guys have been saying that for 40 freaking years. California, folks, I would be worried if you're in California, because this is why it's winning for people with conservative values. Folks, I don't know how to say this. I don't know what's going on tonight, but it's weird. This show is too damn good. Maybe that's what it is. It's just too damn good tonight.
They're looking at my good looks and
I'm
can't
sure
hit the
that's what it
donate
was.
button.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
They can't find the donate button. Well, let me tell you what. Having a wife good looking, I've always been able to find the button. That's how I got
knew
her.
that was coming.
So if you could do me a favor and go to thedumshow.com/donate. It doesn't take a lot, folks. Right now, if you can't do that, we have 71 likes with 180 people in network. Come on. Hit the like button at least. Listen, folks, we got to keep this going. If you like the show, you love the show, and you're like, oh, I watch it all the time. I love it. It's my favorite show in the world. We got to keep it moving. The only way you do that is donations help, but hitting that like button, it makes a difference. It helps people see the show. Please get going. Monica, I listen, if Salazar wants to come on, she wants illegals to say, of course I'll have her on the show. Just tell us why. I want to know why. I want to know why she wants illegals to stay. So let's let her listen. Let's let her tell us.
Who?
We don't, Salazar. She's like, don't have her on the show because she wants illegals to stay. I'll have anyone on the show. I don't even care. Even that jolly ginger guy. I went onto his page and I posted something about Mary hair. All right, Steve Hilton. This is why. This is what they're doing. Listen to his message.
I have a couple of announcements today about this campaign. Change is coming to California, and the campaign for change starts today. We are not taking a break. The situation in California is too urgent for that. We are in an emergency in this state. We have to get taxes down. The best way to put more money in people's pockets is for the government to take less. That's the simplest and most direct way we can reduce the cost of living and tackle the affordability crisis. But it's an economic emergency in many other respects as well. We have, of course, the highest poverty rate, the highest unemployment rate in America. Businesses are leaving. We have to take urgent action to stop that. We have to have change so that we once again become a state where people are moving to, not fleeing, where businesses are starting and investing. And so we can't take a break. The situation is too urgent. The campaign for change.
Here's the thing. I got to address this. I didn't want to talk about this tonight. I told myself I'm not going to talk about this. There are people who are literally carrying the show. And listen, I understand it's hard for people. I completely understand that. And that's totally fine. But we don't want people to feel like they have to donate. We don't want people to feel like they have to save the show. Okay. That's not what this is about. We're going to miss it some nights. Now, we don't. I mean, I think of the 3 years we've taken donations, we've missed it like maybe 6 or 7 times. But it shouldn't rely on a small group of people because eventually those people aren't going to be able to do this anymore. They are investing to a point where, you know, it hurts. And I don't want that. I'm telling those people to stop donating. It has to come down to this. You have to ask yourself a question. Netflix, you watch it how much? Well, probably what? 5, 6, 10 hours a month? You pay $25, $22, whatever you pay for your Netflix, whatever you pay for your Amazon Prime, whatever you pay for renting movies or going to the movies, right? Well, if you watch this show, it's on 2 hours a night times 5 nights a week. That's 10 hours. That's 40 hours. That's a full work week for people. How much do you get paid for your work week? So what we do is we provide this show. We don't do sponsors. We don't try to sell you freaking gold. We don't try to sell you beef. We don't try to do that shit. We have our own merchandising line. We have our own coffee brand. We sell things that people love. We have 5 stars rated on our show. We've done over 15,000 transactions on our retail site. It's one of the #1 rated Diamond Transparency Awards on retail and on .com. It is top % in the nation. The reason why is because we sell good stuff. All right. We don't do that anymore. But what we do is donations. And the reason why we do donations is because Facebook demonetized us. And that's our #1. That was our bread and butter. And
we didn't ask for donations all the time.
Yep. First 3 years of the show, I didn't take a penny. I had people offer $10,000. I had people offer. I said, no, ask anybody. We refused money. We did not take money. Okay. But once that happened, we had to make a choice. Do we continue the show? So we need some help. It doesn't have to be $1 million. It doesn't have to be $10,000. But you know what? If you watch the show and you like it, and this is now multiple times, you say $5. It makes a difference. Because if 10 people give 5, that's 50. If a bunch of people give 25, boom, we hit it. So it's a little bit. It's not about the big, huge contributions. Don't worry about the number. When you see that and go, it's only 59, because I'm telling you this, I promise you this, in the next 30 minutes, we will hit goal. People will do it. But I don't want the same people to keep doing it. It needs to be a lift. It's a community. So if you enjoy the community, help us out. If you don't, Hit that angry face. Keep hitting the angry face and saying, no, I'm not going to do it. I don't care. But at least hit the like button and don't do that. Why are you watching the show? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't make any sense. All right. Donation just came through. Anonymous, my well is running low. Come on, dummies. And that's why I brought it up, because I shouldn't have to see that. This person helps out the show all the time, and they're anonymous for a reason. They're anonymous because they don't want their family to know that they donate to the show. That's pretty sad. Here's the rest.
Starts right now. We're going to be meeting later today with many others in the Republican Party, many other candidates for the statewide office, party leadership. I'm going to be leading a united team to bring change to California, to cut your costs, to help your business, to fix our schools. That's the mission, to put our state back on track. And that work starts today. I've got one more announcement to make. One of the policies that I've been running on in this campaign, which has received the most positive feedback, is of course my plan to make your first $100,000 tax-free. Lots of positive feedback on that policy, including from Katie Porter, one of the other candidates in the governor's race, who adopted it as her tax policy. But one of the things that many people have said to us is that actually, given how high the costs are in California, the highest housing costs in the country, highest gas prices, highest grocery bills, electric bills, more than double the national average, that actually that $100,000 level for no state income tax is perhaps too low. And so I can announce today that we are beginning a policy process to cost the affordability of raising that level so we can lift more people, more working families out of state income tax. So I'll have an announcement as soon as that process is completed, but our goal is to act quickly and immediately to take less money out of people's pockets so they can afford to live in California.
Information. Truth.
Interesting. Bobby Richardson donated $26.25. Thank you, Bobby. We appreciate you very, very much. You know, it takes ideas. And I heard about 10 different ideas. Some of them I don't like. Some of them I believe will work. Some of them won't work. But at least they're ideas. At least it's better than I hate Trump. Mm-hmm. And this is, and remember when I told you that Pratt needed to get a very specific set of goals that he was going to achieve and how he was going to do it? Guess what?
He did it.
He did it. And he just started talking about it just now. And over the next 5 months, he's going to lay out strategies and plans. He's going to get it up on his site. He's going to tell you who the people that he will surround himself with. That's what we're talking about. That's what needs to happen. Folks, if you have a chance, please hit that like button. It makes a huge difference on the show. We know it's just a little slow right now, and we get that. We understand that. We don't put pressure on anybody. If your oxygen is not good, if you can't help out the show, don't. We don't want it. We don't need it. But there are people who can, and at least we can hit that like button. And if you can help us out, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. That's the way it works. It's always been that way. Gerrymandering in California has backfired on District 6.
This is all you.
Deborah Paris donated $10. Hi, guys. Been away in the free state of Florida. Glad to see you. We're glad to see you too, my little cupcake.
Bonjour.
I want to take you. I want to treat you like a flower, Daisy. I want to stroke your hair. I want to frolic with you in the hills.
Oh my God.
Pepe Le Pew. Only 2 likes at the bottom of your page next to a pinned comment. Well, you can tell Balls is in the audience. He's spamming the angry, but the guy is so stupid he doesn't understand that helps us. You understand that the anger button actually, any type of reaction helps while you're in the feed. Facebook doesn't throttle it, dumbass. It actually helps us. Every time you spam us, it helps us. So please continue to hit the hate button. We love it. The outside is where it hurts, but you're only one voice. Nobody gives a shit what you think. See, hit that spam. Hit it, dude. Hit it. That's right. Hit it. Hit it, super dork. Because every time you hit it, there's 100 thumbs up and smiley faces and likes and hearts. You can't fucking compete. Look at him spam the hate button. What a putz.
Oh, poor baby's lonely.
Poor balls.
His bottle of baby oil ran out and he needs to go to the store and get some new.
Turtle wax. Baby oil beads up in the shower. Use turtle wax.
Or did you forget to buy peanut butter at the store for your dog?
High gloss shine. Gerrymandering, California, District 6. Here it is.
6th congressional district right now. This is one of the districts that was redrawn because Democrats thought it would be a good pickup opportunity. Kevin Kiley is the incumbent. He's an independent now, but he was a Republican, and he's definitely not a Democrat. And the first two people in this race right now, and the top two advance, are the independent and the Republican, not the Democrat. Still only 50% counted right now. But how nervous are Democrats here that they might be boxed out of this district they drew as a pickup?
TV Green, I can give you the prompts to just copy and paste. Sure, whatever. Tell us what to do. Like, we don't know how to do it, but tell us what to do and we'll do it. It doesn't leave, right? Do people keep watching here? I don't understand. Tell me how to do it. Explain it to me. Here's the rest.
Yeah, this race actually is causing some unexpected heartburn among Democratic strategists. And I think it is because you see the fraction of the vote because there are so many candidates, including so many Democrats that hopped into this new district that Democrats thought would be theirs to pick up. Now, when I've talked to Democratic strategists, they think because of this blue shift that we're talking about with ballots statewide, that Richard Pan, the leading Democrat, may have enough to get into that top two and Democrats may avoid that embarrassment. But I don't think that going into last night, people thought that this would be the one that Democrats would be sweating because remember, this is one of the districts that the Democrats redrew. They thought that this would be a way that they reshaped the map after redistricting and give Republicans more agita. Instead, they're kind of, furiously clicking to see if Kevin Kiley and a Republican end up getting through.
Ha. Keep doing it.
Karma, bitches.
Keep cheating. Jeff Oliphant, donate $20. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Thank you very much, Jeff. We appreciate you. Donation always comes through. We're not worried about it. It's the pain points of getting it to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just like, oh my God. It's always talking about it. You know what? Here is Chicks on the Right. 245.37. Thomas Griffith, $30. Matt, the blunt force instrument of truth. Thank you. What would Olivia be? The person who keeps my blunt force trauma hard and throbbing.
Oh my God.
What? We're talking about my blunt force trauma. What?
Oh, I know what's on your mind.
Yeah, like it's not always on your mind, please. Chicks on the Right, trans crosswalk. This is great. You're going to love this. Here it is. Watch this.
As we enter the holy month of Tranadan.
Tremont donated $10.
Thank you,
man. I appreciate it. That goes on Super Chat. That doesn't add to the donate column because YouTube doesn't pay out except for every 30 to 45 days. But we appreciate you very, very much for doing that. That means the world. Continue to do that through YouTube. YouTube takes care of us. They pay us. But we just don't do it on that night because what was happening is a lot of people are paying through YouTube and then we wouldn't hit our goal. So, and that's to keep the funds fresh and going. We appreciate you.
Thanks
very,
so
very much. Here is the Chicks on the Right talking about trans crosswalks. It was a post somebody made on the proper way. Just listen, you'll get it.
As we enter the holy month of Tranadan, it's important to observe proper etiquette when crossing rainbow roads. If you are unsure of your responsibilities, I have provided this handy video to guide you.
Oh my God.
Here is what you do when you are faced with a rainbow crosswalk.
Okay, what do you do? I can't wait to see what we do. What do we do? You guys, yes. Please do that. Everybody, please do that. That's the greatest thing.
Love
The
that.
whole month of Tranadan. That's how you approach that right there. I would have liked to seen a little more sachet on that though.
I mean, they could have done a little harder.
I could have used a little more hip swing on that. Just saying.
I love it. I love the chicks. It was
love 'em.
very cool having them on the show. We got to get them back. I want to go on their show. But you know, I also Nick Freitas was on Adam Carolla today. I'll be honest, I'm a little jelly. Nick is doing great work, and he is he's hilarious. He's good stuff. / raid space show link that you're rating to. We don't know how to do that. JD still will donate $10.
Send us an email.
You can't put that up and then talk over it. JD still will donate $10. Doing good work, guys. Here's my contribution. Thank you, JD. Go ahead.
Send us an email with like step by step because we're old.
It's not old. I just don't know where to do it from. Do I just put that in chat? How do I do that? I don't know. Do I do it from studio? Help me understand. I don't understand how to do it. So we don't know anything about Rumble. We can figure it out, but this is the first time really hearing about it. So we have no problem helping people out. But you got to tell us how to do it. This is a $275.37. Glenn Hafford, $20. Thank you, Clint. Sorry, so small. Glenn.
That's not small.
That's not small.
We got an 80 center last night.
You guys, that's not $20 is not small. Awesome. It's not small at all. $20 is huge. You guys, you have the wrong thought process on this. Like $10, it adds up. It adds up quick. It is. It's not hard. Hey, somebody was talking about an alternator. I didn't see who did it. Check the brushes. Sometimes the alternator, it just needs the brushes cleaned, and that makes a difference. I don't know how old the car is, but that's what my dad told me about our old Honda. I don't even know if that's true anymore. But sometimes you don't even need to replace the alternator. The brushes need to be cleaned. Give it a check. See what happens. But yeah, they're expensive. So. I hope it works out for you. Seriously, who said it so I can say a prayer?
Justin Fisher. He's been having issues with this car for a very long time.
What type of car is it? Here's the thing: if it's the brushes, that's going to cost you $50 to have somebody do it in an automotive place. They're just going to pull the alternator, clean the brushes, and put it right back in. It's not going to be that expensive. You can give me the rest. Haha, that's just a joke. What are you typing that? Oh, you got to retype all that?
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, there we go. Sometimes special stuff, it doesn't let me.
Mr. Sauce, I've got 90,000 pounds in my pajamas. I've got 40,000 French francs in my fridge. I've got lots of lovely
lira.
$20. Thank you. See, $20 makes a difference. $295.37. See, folks, 10 people do $20. We're $200. It's that simple. It's huge. $20 makes a big difference. Now, in the end, you guys remember we pay a fee for this because we don't control our own financing. We don't have our own bank. And we appreciate it. We always appreciate doing more than 300. 300 is like the minimum that we ask. And here's the thing. It's 2 hours of work, but it's not 2 hours. You forget the 6 hours we do prepping the show, the running the internet, all that type of stuff. It takes a lot. And we're not crying. We're not whining. We're just telling you, hey, it's a lot. Okay. Polish Dog says, /raid the channel you want to send the people to. Just make sure there's a space between the raid and the web address of the channel you're sending them to. Now, does everyone leave when we do that? Do they all poof and go away? Do we do it at the end of the show? How do we, you guys tell me when we should do it. Okay. Last one. No, we've got more. We're going to keep going. We got plenty of time left. Damn it. I wanted to save this one for Olivia. Nobody rebuilds any parts anymore. It's typically a remove and replace now. Shops have parts replacers, not mechanics. Yeah. Thanks, Tuner. Good to see you, Tuner. How are you? Olivia's coming right back. Could you guys type out what I just need to put in raid for the raid? Raid the channel you want to send the people to. What is it? The name of the person? Raid. Okay, here it is. Copy. I do it at the end? Okay. So I just type that in right there. Green that you told me to do. Copy. And then I can turn my, do I turn my feed off once I do that? Sorry, I'm learning, folks. Learning how to do this real quick. Nice to see so many people on. We're finally getting some people. Come on, Liv. We got a show to do. Stop talking to the kids. In the middle, just walks out of the show. Holy shit. Oh no, what is it? Life of Brian? Dude, I only watch Holy Grail. That's it. I don't watch any other Monty Python. Holy Grail is the only one I like. I can't stand Life of Brian. I can't stand any other Monty Python. Sorry. I know. I just wait to see the chat empty out. Matt, just copy and paste that, and it will sit there until you confirm it. Okay. But do I do that at the end of the show? And then I can close out and everything's cool if I do that? I just want to make sure I understand I'm doing it right, okay? And then I'll do it all the time. I'll rate everybody. I want to help people out. I love that. What is your favorite color? No, I'm all about it. Monty Python, I can do backwards and forwards. Okay, here we go. Let's finish this. Ready, Liv?
Yes.
You just walked out on us?
I had to go to the bathroom.
Transitioner, Chloe. Her name is Chloe Cole. She's a teen, was a teen. They told her that if she didn't transition, told her parents that they didn't transition, she would commit suicide. Okay, yes, end of show. Say goodbye first. Okay, we will. You guys stick around after this. We're gonna pump into another show. I don't know what it is. I would like to know where I'm sending this traffic, but I'm trusting TV Green. And also Dan Nunn reached out and said that what's the nice lady's name? Sarah May?
Amber May.
Amber May. That is a great channel. They share a moderator and to help her out. So Amber, however I can help you out, please let me know. We really appreciate the collab. So this was really interesting, and this lady guy, I don't know what it is. I think we're gonna find out when we listen to it, and I don't want to assume. I respect their privacy. So I was told, she was told that every person who transitioned told her that they said the same thing to her parents, schools and doctors, is that if she didn't transition, that she would commit suicide, almost like a threat, almost like that this is a medical condition that needs a cure. And the cure is to sexually transition these children and they'll be fine. And she's here in Congress saying, no, listen.
The central thesis that attempts to justify child transitioning is transition your daughter or bury her. That's the lie my parents were told. And every parent of a trans-identified child I know was told the same thing. Let me say that one more time. The entire premise of transgenderism is that I will take my own life if I don't transition. Yet here I am today. What they weren't told was that trying to change my sex would destroy my mental health, or more importantly, that we had another much healthier option, saying no to all of this and encouraging me to truly accept myself.
It's interesting. This was very similar, when I reflect on this, to my upbringing in my childhood. Folks, 295.37 is where we're at. We're just a little bit from goal. Looking forward to hitting that. When I was younger, they went to my parents and said that your son, your daughter, and this was pretty common, needs Ritalin or needs lithium because they're hyperactive and they have ADHD. And they put me on Ritalin at a very young age. Horrible nosebleeds. I'd have blackouts. I would just spin and hit the deck and shakes. There were times that I would convulse. I mean, it was bad. And they were giving me adult levels of Ritalin. And it's almost like this constant pressure to have children conform to whatever societal wants and needs that the adults want. And back then it was, well, your kids, they're hyperactive and they're ADHD and they have too much sugar, so you got to go ahead and give them psychotropic drugs to make them put them in line. Then it was, you can't have kids do physical activity. Let's remove music. Let's remove the arts. Let's remove, PE because, we're fat shaming children. And then now it's this, you're gay or lesbian or transgender, and we need to go ahead and change your identity. And can't kids just be awkward and be kids? There's always going to be bullies. There's always going to be kids who are pimple faced. There's always going to be the nerds. There's always going to be the jocks. The hierarchical societal norms of high school are tumultuous for everybody. But this constant trying to pill our way or transition our way or shame our way into some sort of homogenized equilibrium in high school. It's supposed to be convoluted and discombobulated and horrible for everybody. I mean, was anybody happy in high school? Even the jocks, even the prom queen, even the anorexic girl, the chess club, the D&D kid, the band geek. Everyone hated high school. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Middle school was worse. High school was better, but high school's just a stepping stone to the rest of your life, but it's making it harder with this. It's just, I don't know. I kind of feel bad for our kids. I kind of wish they could grow up in the society we grew up in.
It's just insane. I mean, can we just stop trying to normalize
the not normal?
The not normal, right? It's just, it's okay. And I was bullied. I was picked on. Look, I'm doing great.
So was I.
I'm doing great, man. Life has been amazing to me. 26 different countries, military career, worked for amazing companies, have a great podcast, a smoking hot wife that is a freak in the sheets. Holy shit. She pretends she's not, but she is.
I'm an innocent little sweetheart. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bullshit. Lies. Fake news.
Liar.
Liar.
Humperdinck.
Fake news.
Fake news.
You are fake news.
Donation, $10 from Don Bradley. $10 here to help you reach goal. We'll watch the show after work. Thank you, Don.
Thank you, Miss Don.
So I'm done with this whole thing. Just let these kids be kids. They're going to be okay. My uncle said it best. I remember I was estranged from my uncle. He was a good man. They sent me up in the summer when I was probably 8 or 9 because, of course, parents didn't know what to do. Sent him to a psychologist, give him Ritalin, do everything. Obviously, I had a high IQ, but I didn't understand how to buckle down and stay disciplined. The military taught me that. My uncle took me up there. I stayed up there for a summer. 90 days I was in Bakersfield. And they were so very, very kind to me. But my mom is a nut job and told my cousins and my aunt and uncle lies about me and tell them I was a drug dealer and Olivia was a prostitute.
And he was my pimp.
I was in the military, for God's sakes. I mean, we're doing wonderful things. I was in business. I was busting my ass. And my uncle had no idea about any of it. So when I walked into his house 30 years later and we showed up and I walked into his house and he took me into his office and he went on safaris. He had hunt antelope and lion and elephant and God, the guy did everything. He was a huge success in his life. And we're sitting in his office and he shows me a picture of me, or he shows a picture and he goes, "Who does that look like?" And it was him. And I didn't recognize that. I don't know. And he said, "Looks like me." And he goes, "Yeah." And he put his arm around me and he goes, "I told your dad when all that shit was happening when you were younger that Maddie will be all right. He'll be fine. Just leave him alone. Let him grow up." And that man was more than a dad to me. And I don't want to talk about this. Is the only one I'll get emotional on this. I loved my uncle. That man was more than a father to me in 3 years than any other person in my life. And I hate my mother and father for keeping me estranged from them because they are still some of the most beautiful people on the planet. I love my aunt. I love my cousins. I love Meg. I told you if Olivia died and little Randy died, I would marry Meg. And like that woman and I are simpatico. We just understand each other. And if she doesn't believe that, I don't care. The duct tape and roofies does
She's
a great
gonna
job.
Comment in just a minute. Try. Watch.
Whatever. She secretly yearns for me. Of course she does.
I know.
All women do.
Oh,
And-
it's me she yearns for.
God, that would be an amazing. Okay, so moving on. Sorry, little Randy, I love you, buddy. I don't covet your wife. That's a sin. I'm joking. This is all family. We not that type of family. We're cousins.
We're not from Alabama or West Virginia.
This is going south. It doesn't matter. The point is that we all have great relationships and they're amazing human beings and they're successful and they're hard workers and they're conservatives and they're in hell in California. But just despise those people, my parents, for keeping me away from such great people. And I never felt more accepted. We hated leaving Bakersfield. We didn't like Bakersfield. We hated leaving Bakersfield because of them, because we felt at home. And that's my point, is that you're going to be okay. People are going to be okay. Kids need discipline. They need love. They need nurturing, but they also need a swift kick in the ass once in a while. And they need you to stop telling them everything's going to be okay. My daughter came home from day. She's like, "I'm going to go to Liberty College, Dad." I'm like, "Okay, good, sweetie. Good." And I'm going to go for 4 years. I'm like, "Okay, what's tuition?" "It's $40,000 a year for room and board and tuition." I said, "Well, you're not going for me. And I'm not letting you take a student loan for that. You're not going to pay $160,000 to go to school. You're not. I refuse to let you do it. I'm going to buy you a house instead. I will go and take a second mortgage. Give you a house is better. Putting you into vocational school. Do 2 years in junior college. I'll pay for your junior college, and then I'll pay for Liberty. I'm not doing this. And I could have sat there and said, sure, baby, it's fine. And then when she's 18, Dad, Mom, I want to go to Liberty. And we're like, no. Tell her the truth. Let her know. And she didn't like it. She didn't like it. But you know what? She's getting a job, and she thinks she's going to go to Chipotle and save all that money. She's not. But she has something she wants to do, and she's not going to let anyone stop her. And she will get college transcripts. She will go get scholarships. She will work her ass off, and she's going to Liberty. And I promise you this, I guarantee you she's going. I guarantee you she's going to go, because that kid knows.
She's already enrolling in college because she's taking DE courses next year. So
Yeah.
she's already going to have college credit when she graduates.
Yeah, she knows. And we'll get her there. Peter Barlotta, Matt, WTF is going on with the show for weeks now. Won't load or only shows one person watching, can never get you live anymore. Brother, 7 o'clock on Facebook. If you go to Facebook, click that little red button on live. That's it. That's all it takes. Yep, thank you. Yeah, thank you. That was probably just your proverbial slip. It's all right. Everything's fine. I'm trying to show you how to do this.
Mr. Sauce. I've learned it's better to shit in the sink than to sink in the shit. And now let that shit sink in.
That works.
Oh, man. I love you, Maddie.
Let me do this real quick. Is this the widget that I need to do? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's my phone. Okay, so cool little feature that we can do here. I know, isn't that neat? So I'm going to open it, and I'm going to go to Facebook on my phone. And your mirror. Okay, hopefully there's no porn. Do you see this right here? That red live? So go to the page at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard, click live. Family to know that they donate to the show. That's pretty sad. Here's the
It starts right now.
There it is. That red live. So go to the page at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard, click live. Family to know that they donate to the show. That's pretty sad. Here's the
It starts right now.
See, there it is. That red live. So go to the page at 7. That's it. Go to live. It's right there. And when we're live, it'll show you. That's it. Craig Blanton, who was over on, I think, Facebook too, just subscribed over on YouTube. Good to have you over there. That's how you do it, man. I know Facebook has been horrible. Just go to my page on Facebook. They're screwing with us. They're throttling us. We know they are. They always do. That's why we do donations, folks. We're not lying to you. We're not bullshitting you. We're telling you the truth here. We've only got a couple more minutes, and I want to spend it finishing up these videos and taking care of you guys. But 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday, we're on every night, 7 o'clock. Even if Facebook says we're not, just go over to Facebook, click that live button. We're there. If you can't find that, go to Rumble, go to YouTube, find us. Because people are. People are. We know that. But Facebook's not making it easy. We've got 412,000 followers, and you're telling me we've got 60 people on? Give me a f***ing break. Give me a break. You guys know this is a lie. I know it's a lie. We know we're being throttled. They always do this. They owe us over $250,000 in advertising. They put ads on all of our videos. We didn't take 1 penny from you guys when they had us monetized. And the moment they did that, we're done. That's it. There's nothing you can do. All right. Sad story for us. Blah, blah, blah. Here's Cenk Winger. Cenk Winger needs Ozempic, and he needs to get laid. He just gets absolutely throttled by an Englishman. I'll tell you what, the Brits are really impressing me lately. A lot of conservative Brits are coming out of the woodwork. Watch this.
First of all, I hope I don't upset the public or
Cenk gets really hot here. Condescending
Shall
Britishman.
Everyone, let's play a drinking game. Every time he drops the F-bomb, drink.
No,
Sound good?
he's just really bad. Yeah, I do it that way, but there's no place to give it a like that way, Matt. Well, sure there is. If you scroll down here, real quick, Frederick, let me show you one more time. Sure there is. There's a way to do it. I'll show you. Now, I don't mind taking some time doing this because this helps people, and that's important. So if you go here and you go to iPhone, your iPhone, or whatever you have. So there it is. There's my iPhone. Hopefully no porn. And you come here, you're going to see some things. First of all, right here, that's where it's at. It's right on the Donut Friendly page. You see, you got some stuff up here. You got photos, reels, whatever. Make sure you're selected on all. And then you're going to see highlights. And I always pin the show. See how it's pinned? So it's always going to be at the top. It's right here. And all you do is come in, give it a like, right there, right here. And then, see how it's pinned? Now you're in. So it's always going to be at the top. And of course, you can spam right here. And all you do is come in, give it a like. That doesn't do anything. There, right here. That's just good for you guys to see. See how it's pinned? Now you're in. But right here is where you like the page. Make sense? That's how you do it. Now, we have 232 comments on here, 79 likes.
Guarantee we get more comments.
I guarantee you we do, because if I go to
sense?
If I go to Insights when this
That's
is
how
over,
you do it.
It'll be 5,000
we have 232 comments
on here. 79. How the hell did 5,000 people watch it when I only have 200 or 79 likes? It's bullshit. We know it's bullshit. We don't go on Facebook. We go on comments and we're happy with where we're at. Plus, you have the Facebook messages that I receive on content you post and when you're live. Yes, if you join our group, you can do that. It's the channel. If you go to facebook.com, there's something that says channel. Hit channel, join us, and every time I notify at 7 o'clock, I put it in there. You'll get a notification. I've tried that. It goes right to the comments.
Are you hitting the comment circle?
Don't click the live box. Click that like button first. If you click the video, that's what happens. You just got to hit the lower left-hand corner.
Yeah.
All right. Here's Cenk Uyghur. We got to finish this.
Because I'm sure that as soon as people hear me in the United Kingdom, mayhem will break out. That's according to the British government, which is hilarious and ridiculous. Second of all, I want to clarify on the grooming gangs that portion of what the British government said is a flat-out lie. If you kept rolling that tape, it is on tape and it is indisputable. I said the grooming gangs definitely exist and they should definitely be prosecuted. So they just made that up, period. And probably they got it from the Israeli lobby. The Israeli lobby exists in America and the UK. And then people claim they don't have any power, which is hilarious. This is super important. There's a massive difference between Jewish people and the government of Israel. It's true of every single country. There's a difference between the British people and the British government, the Turkish people and the Turkish government, right? So now when you say that about the Turkish government or the Saudi government, everybody agrees. When you say it about the Israeli government, they weaponize charges of anti-Semitism in order to protect the government of Israel and the genocide they're committing. So I'm a fierce critic of Israel, but I never put it on Jewish people. In fact, I'm worried that Israel's defenders are using that in a callous way, and it endangers Jewish Americans and Jews in Britain and across the world, because they keep saying all Jews want this genocide. That's not true.
All right.
None of the Jewish people I know want this genocide.
Okay. But is it strictly true that you always differentiate between the Israeli government and the Jewish people? I believe you said Israel controls the American government through donations to 94% of Congress. But those donations aren't from the Israeli government. They're from individual Jewish people living in the United States. As I understand American election law, governments aren't allowed
British
to donate.
bitch. Go get him, buddy, because I've been saying that how long? Everyone's like, AIPAC needs to register for FARA. Well, they're already registered with American Distinctions as a political action committee. It's not a foreign government. This is bullshit. It's a lie. They are American Jews. It's just like Christians donating to politicians. It's just like Arabs donating to politicians. It's just like churches. Give me a break. AIPAC is an American company. You tell them, Yenny.
To political parties. So actually you do sometimes conflate the Jewish people and the State of Israel, and that is prima facie anti-Semitic.
You know, you just made that up on tape, right? Like I said,
no,
Israel.
No, I've got this quotation
hold on,
from
let me
you.
finish. You asked, you did a very serious charge, so let me answer it. I said Israel. You quoted me as saying Israel.
I
then
did.
You said, hold on. Then you said no, but you meant Jewish people. Why? I didn't say that. You said that. Are you an anti-Semite? I'm worried you're an anti-Semite. Why did you say Jewish people? Jewish people don't.
That's not what he said. You fat, blowharded douchebag. What he said is that you said Israel donates 95% to U.S. politicians, but that's not true. It's American Jews because AIPAC is not Israeli funded. It's funded and created and founded by American Jews who have Israel's interest at heart as their homeland, because the religion of Judaism is synonymous with the motherland and ancient Judea and Israel. That is what he said. You are not listening to him because you're wrong, and he's proving you wrong, and he's telling you the thing that contradicts exactly what you're saying.
Actually support this current Netanyahu government. Did you know that 63%? Hold on,
what you
63%
said,
of
what
Jewish
you
Americans.
said, which I read out correctly, is that Israel controls the American government through donations to 94% of Congress.
Period.
Jewish people
Nothing to do with
donate
Jews.
to congressmen. The Israeli government does not. So you have conflated. You've said Israel controls.
You're incorrect.
You're meaning Jewish people control. You know that perfectly well.
You're putting words in my mouth. You're literally, and people can see it with their own eyes and hear it with their own ears.
Tell me,
words in my mouth. You want me to explain what actually happens in America?
On what legal basis does the Israeli government donate to 94% of American congressmen?
No, the Israeli lobby. Now, the Israeli lobby is made up of Americans, but it is not made up of purely Jewish Americans. I don't know why you want to be anti-Semitic like that. There are more Christian Zionists in America than Jewish Zionists. And they are part of the Israeli lobby that says give endless money to Israel. So please stop smearing Jews like that.
That's not what you said. You said Israel controls.
I said Israel.
So you're implying
the
government of Israel.
Okay. Now you want to do nitpicking, and if I say Turkey and you say, oh, well, no, that's Turkey and not the Turkish lobby.
Because
you wouldn't
really
do that
important.
In that case. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to smear me? It's weird.
I'm not trying to
telling you
smear
that
you.
a foreign government and their supporters are doing
this.
This
is why I will
debate
that fat any day of the week.
Seriously, stop being an anti-Semite. Dude,
that's not what he's saying.
Calling kettle black. You're the freaking anti-Semite.
It's hilarious. I have tried to tell people this when they are so stupid, including Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, Nick Fuentes, all of them. AIPAC. It's an American-based political action committee. You might as well hate the NRA. You might as well hate Planned Parenthood. I hate all PACs. I think AIPAC should be absolved. I think Citizens United should be repealed. I'm with you. But what I don't understand is why you only focus on the Jews. Why don't you get upset at any of the other political action committees that are all based in the United States that have ethnic or theological principles backing up their entire fundamental efforts? Well, because you hate Jews, you stupid fuck. We all know it. We know you do.
Yes, we do.
That's it. All right. Last couple, and then we're out of here. Megyn Kelly. I told you she was going to pivot. I told you. Remember what I said? She needs to get off the Trump train. So then she's going to go over on the Tucker train, get Candace in her corner. She's not going to contradict Candace and Tucker. She knows that she doesn't have that audience. She knows she doesn't have the intellectual capacity to be that way. She doesn't really hate Jews. She never has. She's just going ahead and flirting with it. And now she's going to pivot as, I'm just an independent journalist. I am just in the middle. She's now moving away from the Trump movement. Remember, she was all Trump. Loved Trump. Loved everything about him. But then realized that her numbers were not going where they needed to be. So what did she do? Well, she started saying how she had 60 million views on YouTube. Of course, listen, I can make myself look like a multi-million interactive podcast. It's not. My Facebook page gets millions of views. My podcast doesn't. My podcast gets about 1,200 downloads a day. That's huge. That's really good for a podcast. But that's not Megyn Kelly numbers. It's not Candace numbers. But they are playing at a different level. They have to make the same. They have investors. They have vendors. They have sponsors. And if their numbers drop by 10%, they lose those people and they don't make as much money. I don't have to worry about that. If my numbers are 100 or 1,000, I can still make the same. Here's Megan's pivot for 2028. I told you it was coming. Here it is.
So how do you deal with the inevitable criticism that comes? I know there's sort of the hyperbolic people that we're not even going to engage with, right, who want to pretend this is about something else. Reality is, one of the reasons people like you is because you're an independent voice. And yes, that means at times there's going to be displeasure from the president. Again, we don't want to go back to where things were years ago when it was particularly tough. But
yes, the War Powers Act passed the House today. Now it goes to the Senate, and then Trump will veto it.
You know, part of the game is
it's limiting his powers with Iran and what he can do.
Tell the truth as you see it, and this is the truth as you see it.
Well, Trump wasn't happy with my opposition to what he's doing in Iran, and he made some rather mild remarks about me. I have to say, I kind of thought it was, in a way, sweet for Trump. Like, he was asked by a reporter, what do you say to Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson, who have said the following things about the war? And in neither case were we harshly critical about President Trump. We disagreed with his policy. We got a lot of questions, having been at Fox for most of those years defending the other Middle East wars. And his pushback, I thought, was equally mild. He stood up for himself. He said, like, they can't hurt me. Her opinion doesn't matter because she's been opposed to me in the past and I still won. Fair point. And then he said, she's not MAGA. And he said, Tucker's not MAGA. He's right. I'm not MAGA. Like, that is a very fair response. Nor have I ever purported to be. The most I've ever said I am is MAGA adjacent, and that I'm fluent in MAGA. But I'm a reporter at heart. I'm a journalist first. And like, I'm not part of a move.
You're a whore. And I can't believe that I ever gave you headspace in my sexual fantasies, Megyn Kelly. I can't believe I did it. You are literally for sale. You're a whore. You pawn yourself out to whoever's necessary. You made money from Fox. You made money from big cable media. You jumped in bed with Trump and supported him after you railed him in the debate. You were embarrassed. You were laughed off of MSNBC. And now you're pimping yourself out to the anti-Jew movement. And now you're moving away from that because that's failing. We know it's failing. We know it's only going to last so long. We know Candace is going to spin out. We know Tucker's going to spin out. Candace is now pro-Russia. She's trying to sell America on pro-Russia, hating the Jews. I mean, what else? Take your guns? Megyn Kelly is shifting, and I told you she would do it. Any thoughts on that? Sorry.
Yeah, just she's on the train with Candace. She's on the crazy train, the crazy town.
I don't think she's crazy. I think she's all about money.
Yeah.
She had a Make America Great Again hat. She was all about go Max, Charlie.
Yeah, you tell it, Ash.
I told you she was going to pivot. Last one, and then we're done. Pride flags in the classroom. This is interesting.
Is it appropriate for a gay pride flag to be in a kindergarten classroom?
You know, we're here to talk about an incredibly important issue that is.
You don't want to answer that question.
I hope that we give the attention before this committee.
So you do think it's appropriate for teachers to expose children as young as kindergarten age to issues of sexuality or political statements about sexuality?
I think it's important for this.
Would you defend that as a lawyer? Would you defend a teacher that places a gay pride flag in their classroom, in a kindergarten classroom?
What I do defend is the constitutional right of parents to make medical decisions for their own children.
You all see the absurdity of this.
Liv, should the pride flag be allowed in classrooms?
No flag. The only flags that should be allowed in classrooms, especially in public schools, the American flag and the state flag. And then if the school has got a flag, because I know our kids' schools had flags. Their elementary school did.
Yeah.
But other than that, absolutely not. If you are a private institution and it costs $60,000 to go there for tuition, you're going to do whatever the people pay you to do. But that is our tax money. And no, I'm sorry, you're not using my money and my tax money that I pay you every year to keep the school open to buy shit like that to brainwash my kids. No, none of those should be allowed in the classrooms. I don't even care if it's a freaking senior classroom. No, they are still minor children and they are still my children that you have absolutely no right to do anything without my permission.
Yep. American flag only. That's the only pride flag we have.
Yep.
Anne Marie over on Rumble said it best. This is great. They're all angry they weren't the chosen one when Charlie was assassinated. Yes. Absolutely perfectly stated. They all were vultures who tried to pick his bones clean and grab his audience and be the most controversial as possible. It will backfire. People will repudiate them. People are learning about Christ. This young movement, they're going to go to church. They're going to find out Christian Judeo ethics. They're going to find out how Jews and Christians are synonymous with each other. And yes, they know that the Jews have fallen. We understand that they repudiate Christ, but it also says that they will return to Christ. So this hatred for Jews, this hatred for Arabs, this hatred for anyone is not what the Bible preaches. But we also can't be walked upon. We also can't put a blind eye to what's happening with Muslims and what they believe. It is contradictory to the Christian religion, and that they absolutely repudiate Christ and they repudiate us as infidels. I'm tired of it. Folks, I'm going to hit the raid now and send our raid over. I'm going to say goodnight. I want to say thank you to everyone who showed up. Quick little update, Olivia. You want to give that to us real quick?
Yep. Friday, Damani will be on. I will not. Ethan has his first baseball playoff game on Friday. So I'll send videos and pics throughout the game so Matthew can keep you updated.
Yes, I will be here with Damani. It is Jacket Friday. We had talked about it, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to any of the playoff games because we have to, we have to keep the lights on, and Dad's got responsibility. So I will be doing this, and they chose the worst days for the playoffs. It's Friday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I can't miss 3 nights. So I'm hoping we can stream it. That would be cool. Yeah. Maybe we can do that. All right.
Next Wednesday, Ryan Weaver will be here. Very excited. Dave Bondi will be here the 19th. Gary Brugman, ex Border Patrol, will be here on the 26th. Damani will be here again the first Friday of every month, of course. July 8th is Tim Brown, the New York City police officer who was in Tower 2 when it collapsed. And then I think the 12th is Garrett Sedano from the Grassroots podcast. And then the week after that, we got Lisa Regina coming back to promote her new show she's producing. Heroic Episodes is the name of it, with one of her producers, Ronnie Marmo, and she's trying to get Joe Montana in, which would be awesome. Would love to see
That's going to be amazing. I hope that works out. Yep.
But we are booked through the third week of August right now.
I love it. Candace said she was going to go to St. Petersburg for Russia. She went on a speaking event for a Davos-like summit. We know. I told you. These people are poison, and you're going to either figure it out or trust me on this. They only have one thing in their intention is to make money off of you. I don't do that. I expect you guys to support the show in any way you can, starting off with likes and sharing. And if you can donate, great. But I will never put dollars over your interest in the truth. This is not going to happen. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me show. Rumble, I'm sending you guys over to a new channel now. Go over there and spend a little bit of time. Take 5-10 minutes. Go say hi. Tell them the Don't Unfriend Me show sent you. And make sure to share, like, subscribe. Go buy a shirt and hat. We love you. See you guys tomorrow. God bless. Say bye, Liv.
Bye.
Bye.
Night, y'all.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.